case, but I mean, he need to be in jail for that alone. But it's looking like
I don't understand. What I don't understand is the baby oil. I don't get that.
Have you ever used it?
No, maybe as a baby.
So what do you? I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
so when you do what you do, what is your lubricant of choice?
Just the wet. Right? Is that accurate?
Yeah. I was talking about by yourself. When you by yourself. No. Hey, Jerry, that's a good answer.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, strong. I keep a
strong
jar of
answer.
it by the bedside.
No, just
That's
just
how man
regular.
answers that question.
No lotion, nothing.
What, you dry jack?
I never tried with any of that.
Brother, you dry jack? How
What's
old
it
are
called?
you? It's dry jacking.
Dry jag.
You
whatever.
can get like that's blue collar shit. And we are missing one very important part of this podcast. Jimmy Carter, no longer with us. Moment of silence for Jimmy. This should just be the whole episode. whole episode of Moment of Silence for Jimmy. Jimmy, we missed you. Sorry, we were not around when your passing occurred, but we are back in studio right now. And Jimmy has been a focused macrodosing for the past 3 years. God bless him. Survived longer than anybody else in hospice, maybe ever. But now he's gone to, I think, a better place. You're still mad at him for giving away the Panama Canal.
Yeah, I'll never forgive that. But, Jimmy has served us well. As you said, all presidents should go straight to jail. But I think he's the best post-president there ever was.
I think I do think that every president should go directly to jail after their term's over, but he would have been paroled. He would have gotten out for good behavior after 20 years.
I agree.
So if you're thinking about Jimmy today, remember him. Go out there, build a house for somebody with your bare hands, and the world would be a better place.
Mm-hmm. And just hold off on dying as long as you can.
Yeah, made it to be 100. Centurion. So, Jimmy, this one's for you.
So I'll blow out our candles.
I'm scared too.
Shout out to us for not burning down the studio.
Yeah, that was very
I had to hold that
impressive.
for quite some time.
Part of me thought that the whole reason that Trump wants to get back the Panama Canal was because Jimmy Carter voted for Kamala, made a big show out of it, and so then he's like, you know what, fuck this guy, I'm gonna take back what he gave away. The ultimate sea gap, the Panama Canal.
Good one.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Happy New Year, Macrodosians.
Happy New Year. It's 2025. Have you guys written 2025 yet?
Yes.
I haven't wrote it.
No.
I haven't written it yet.
It's crispy, I won't lie.
What does that mean?
Like it writes well.
I mean, you know what's funnier than 24?
25.
You know what that is, Madeline, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't
I don't
didn't
know
say
what
it.
that
You kind of
was.
made me
I
look like an idiot.
I know, I said 25.
Yeah, 18 seconds later.
Sorry. I thought PFT was going to answer.
I get it.
No, he doesn't know.
No, I
what
get
that
it.
is. He
I get
doesn't
it.
know
Explain
what
to
that
Arian,
is.
though.
It's a SpongeBob thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's from a long time
Yeah,
ago.
love that guy.
Oh, I know. I saw that clip going around because that was a long time ago, right? And then somebody was like, I've been holding on to this clip for 10 years.
I haven't seen it making the rounds, but makes sense that it would be.
Yeah, it's making the rounds. They let it fly January 1.
So 2025, pretty crazy. Wait, is this Brat? Are we doing Brat again this year?
No more Brad.
I don't think Brad is right now.
Brat Summer.
We defeated Brad.
I don't. We're on to Wicked.
Oh, it's a wicked winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Have we started any New Year's resolutions that we're gonna put down in a couple weeks? I have.
Okay, go ahead.
I have. I decided, this holidays took a toll on your boy. Can't even front, man. This holidays, it had me in a chokehold, man. I ate all the good food you could eat. I drank all the good drink you could drink. And got a little out of hand. Not gonna lie. Got a little out of hand. And I don't feel good. Well, I didn't. Right? And so I was like, all right, you know what my New Year's resolution is? I'm not gonna drink for 3 months. And I'm going to eat clean for 3 months. No drinking and eating clean for 3 straight months. And I'm doing a little workout regimen that I made up. every single day. And so this is January 6th. Happy January 6th, Big T.
Thank you. Today's
And
the
I
day
have
Kamala
done-
certifies the count.
Yep. And every single day I have done it, and I feel good. I feel great. So we 6 days in, and I'm gonna try to keep this thing going, man. Oh, and I'm gonna read a book a month.
I love that. Those are both great things. I'm going to start swimming.
Okay.
Getting back
Like
into
just-
swimming
Where does
Okay.
one swim?
at a pool
Like a?
in water, typically.
I understand. Where is the pool that you're going to?
I have a pool that's in my neighborhood.
Really?
That
Yeah.
shit gonna be cold as fuck in Chicago.
Well, it's indoors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's outside.
Thought he was
I was-
swimming on the ice.
I mean, I didn't know what was going on up there because it's a cold. What's the cold front hitting like up there? Because it's freezing over here.
It hasn't been too bad, actually.
Well, a couple days ago, it was like wind chill of 9, wind chill of 10.
I don't believe in wind chill.
You don't? You just
No.
go by the number?
That's just a made up thing.
I don't-
Like,
I don't
well, it's
believe in
27.
Let's get
It's
into
27,
it.
but it feels like 4. Well, no, it feels like 27 because it's 27.
No, you don't get it, Big T. I only go by the wind chill. The temperature
But
means
then
nothing.
you can just say it feels like whatever you want. You could walk and say it feels like -6. Well, that's your wind chill.
No, but it does feel colder when the wind blows.
Okay.
So
But
That's the number I go for.
it objectively is 22 or whatever.
yes. But I take every inch because I like to be like, yeah, I'm outside. And it feels like it's -7.
It hadn't even been that cold. It's like 30.
Stop it, Arian.
Whoa.
I take every
Start
single
off.
inch.
Starting off the new year with a bang.
Give me all the inches.
Maybe to not that extent. I don't know. Maybe.
Gotcha.
Not sure. But who's the other girl? Ghislaine Maxwell.
Mhm.
Bad person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Diddy situation? Do you think Arian? You think that's all true?
It's looking that way, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know he's a piece of shit just for the Cassie video that came out. Like,
Yeah.
big piece of shit
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that shit.
okay.
Like, I don't know. I got a soft spot in my heart for domestic violence. I grew up in a domestic violence household.
Gotcha,
So like,
yeah.
I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's coward shit to me.
Yeah, 100%. Total agreement there.
So whatever that case, but I mean, he need to be in jail for that alone. But
Mhm.
it's looking like
I don't understand. What I don't understand is the baby oil. I don't get that.
have you ever used it?
No, maybe as a baby.
So what do you? He said, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
so when you do what you do, what is your lubricant of choice?
Just the wet pussy. Right? Is that accurate?
I was talking about by yourself. When you by yourself.
No, hey, Jerry, that's a good answer.
No, that's it. Yeah.
yeah, strong.
I keep a
strong
jar of
answer.
it by the
Oh.
bedside.
No, just
That's
just
how man answers
regular.
that question.
No lotion, nothing.
What, you dry jack?
I never tried with any of that.
Brother, you dry jack? How
What's
old
it
are
called?
you? It's dry jacking.
Dry jag.
You can get like
That's blue collar shit.
you can get like irritation burns.
I never got a
from that.
rash or anything like that.
You never had like a cut or anything like that?
I mean, I jerk off, but I don't jerk off to like, I'm not jerking off like 5 times a week.
Well, it's not about the quantity. I'm just saying the
Yeah.
quality. Like that. I mean, do you have calluses on your hand?
No, not really.
So you got soft hands?
I mean, some of them are rough.
It's got those blogger hands
They-
now.
they
Used
used
to
to
be
be
blue collar.
callous.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying like there's a higher quality of self pleasure, my brother.
Really?
Go get you some baby oil. Find you some or something.
Baby oil.
That's my go-to,
Wow.
brother. Go get you some baby oil. Find somebody or somebody's feet that you like or whatever. You
My
into.
girlfriend, yeah.
Sure. And just have you a little night and don't call me during. Hit me afterwards and be like, thank you.
Wow.
It takes your pleasurability to the next level. I'm just letting you know.
But is that strictly okay? Hear me out. Is that strictly just from jerking off or having intercourse?
No, just self pleasure.
Don't
Intercourse.
okay.
Intercourse is what you said.
Jerry, don't use baby oil while you're having sex.
No,
Gotcha. Okay.
don't do that.
That's a bad one.
So okay, he had hundreds of gallons, whatever, of
Pallets, right.
of baby oil, right?
So what I'm thinking
How
is,
much is he? How often can you jerk off?
I don't know if that's just what he was using. It could have been like massages that led into that. Sometimes people they're what do they call it? Voyeur. You're a voyeur where you enjoy other people getting
a
down.
cuck.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it a cuck, right?
that's it. So
Okay.
like you enjoy other people getting down, so you sitting in a corner while
That's
somebody
great.
else
I
going
never got
down.
behind that.
And I mean, it's not my thing
Yeah,
either,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't kink shame as long
Yeah.
as it's consensual. If
Yeah.
it's consensual and you doing your thing, man, do whatever you know, do what
Gotcha.
you gotta do.
All right.
But trust me, brother, get you a little,
Baby oil.
start you with a little bottle, little gas station bottle.
I heard baby oil you could be used for tanning too. Is that true?
I don't need a
I
tan,
think
brother.
so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think, but you got to
I
be
was
careful
kissed by
because
the
it
sun.
might make you break out too, depending how sensitive your skin is.
I was born tan.
But yeah, if you put oil on and you go out in the sun, it can magnify the tan. It can make it bigger.
That's interesting.
Well, I'm glad.
I'm excited for your next session.
Yeah, try it. I never tried
I'm
it.
telling you, it's not the same. You're gonna enjoy that.
But then you gotta like wash your hands and like.
you should be washing your hands after anyway.
But I'm just saying, like,
I'm never dabbing this thing again.
no, I'm not saying that. I do wash my hands when I use
Then
the bathroom.
the
But, like,
routine shouldn't change.
but I'm saying, okay,
Yeah, I guess there's more.
You
there's
understand
more,
what I'm saying?
You got to do
It's
more
like-
thorough job.
yeah, the
Yeah.
whole day it feels like it's gonna be slippery.
No, as soon as you wash your hands, it comes off. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, water and oil don't mix, but you shouldn't use that much.
Okay. Not the like.
Just
You're
enough
talking
to-
about the travel size.
Just enough to slide. Just enough to slide.
All right, I'll try it
Yeah.
out.
I love that though, Jerry. Your whole world's about to
You about to,
change.
you about to.
You use baby oil too?
I have. I don't like have a go-to.
It's the
Okay.
go-
Like,
it's the
let me
go-to.
ask you this. I
It's
don't
the
want to get
go-to.
too personal, but
But what's the substance?
if you are, I don't know.
If I could pick one thing,
Are you if you're planning on, let's say you're going home today and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna jerk off today.
Yeah.
And you go to jerk off, you're getting some type of lubricant.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time. That was like maybe 13 or 12. The last time I dry jacked.
That blows my mind.
Yeah. I grew up on lotion, so it was lotion. But what happens with the lotion is it gets all caked up and it gets very disgusting. It just gets nasty.
Gotcha.
You have to keep on re-upping, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
With the baby oil, 1 or 2 times is all you
That's
need,
it.
depending on how long your session is. And
I'm
it-
quick. I'm like 5 minutes. 10
okay, well,
minutes.
just one
Yeah.
little splat, and brother, that shit. Because I mean, listen, you know how it feels, right? And so can't nobody do it better than you.
Yeah, true.
So once you get a little lubricant on that thing, you gonna
Damn, I'm excited.
rock your world. You gonna rock your world, Jay.
Maybe I'll stop at a CVS on the way home.
Please
later
do.
tonight.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you're embarrassed, you could just DoorDash it.
Yeah, but then she would be like, "Hey, why is there baby oil in the house?"
Say, so we're gonna try a little something different tonight.
Yeah. I got to give you a
Diddy.
massage.
No, Teddy. All right.
Yeah, give her a massage with it.
yeah.
Yeah, I never even use lotion if I'm like just like rubbing her back. or
Lotion's
something.
bad for massage too.
Lotion's bad. Okay.
Yeah, because it does moisturize, but it dries out.
But
really fast.
is the baby oil gonna ruin the sheets and stuff? I got expensive sheets.
You're not gonna like
All right,
cake
all right,
it on.
all
It's
right.
just like a nice little
Okay.
quarter size or
Oh, that's
50
not-
cent
that's nothing,
piece.
that's
It's not a
nothing.
lot.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
And it stays and it's long lasting,
All right.
and it's better like that.
I'm excited to try.
And for a little more romance, yeah, put some on your lady back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 1,000 times better than lotion.
Wow.
Yeah, baby oil supreme, dog.
All right.
She's never. And I'm thinking about it, she's never used baby oil on me. If she was
Lotion?
giving me a massage,
She just
nothing. No.
she dry. Yeah,
I'm thinking about it now.
she's just rubbing you.
Yeah.
I'm about to rock both of y'all worlds, man. Baby oil with massage is amazing.
Wow.
Your whole life is about to change.
Yeah, I'm about to. You about to get upgraded.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
You just reached a new level.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I want to hear back from it.
Hopefully, I can report back in a couple days. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Let us know.
You should do this immediately.
Follow up. We'll have you back on and give
Recap.
give your review.
Love that. All right. Deal.
Jerk off reviews.
And massages.
New brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you guys. See you
man.
later.
Good
man.
good talk.
Arian.
My dog.
Yep.
Oh, it's all good. Phone more important than that.
Where am
I got you.
Oh shit! Damn, it went that far.
All right. So in the news today, Bonnie Blue went to spring break.
What an open.
Mad Dog McKenzie, can we get one more camera set up or a different camera angle because we've got Jersey Jerry coming on the show.
yeah. Oh, okay,
because
yeah.
he has an update. He has an update
Oh.
on Arian's advice
Interesting.
that he would like to share with the class.
Okay, yes, I can readjust
Yeah,
the
we'll
cameras.
readjust.
And Arian sent me a screen. It was very funny because last night I get a text from Jersey Jerry with a screenshot of a text that he sent to Arian, and about 30 seconds later, I got a text from Arian of the screenshot that Jersey Jerry just sent to him.
Oh my god.
And it's quite an update. So I would like to have Jerry update our audience as well, because they deserve to be involved in this. If you recall the last time he was on the show, Arian gave him a little piece of life advice regarding self-love and self-care. And apparently Jersey Jerry did his homework. Okay, we got Jersey Jerry in here. Jerry, thank you for joining the program.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an update to provide to the audience? And I know that you texted Arian last night, but I think there's a lot of people that are interested here because Arian recommended that Jerry try using lubricant.
Yeah.
Which he had never done. He was a dry jacker. And Jerry gave it a whirl.
I gave it a try. Yeah, I gave it a try last night. And I texted Arian afterwards. It was fun, but it was like way too slippery.
He kept slipping off.
Yeah, like to the point where I couldn't finish because I was thinking about how slippery it was.
So did you wash your hands and then finish, or were you just like, it's not happening?
No, I had to get it off. Yeah, I washed my hands afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I didn't like it that much.
How much did you use?
Dude, what you said, like a palm worth.
Not a whole like a little circle inside you, the whole palm?
Yeah, like where it filled up like around my palm.
That doesn't sound unreasonable. It sounds like a lot, but not unreasonable.
I don't want to get too involved. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that that doesn't feel better than just your hands. Like wild to me.
Yeah, no, well, I also did it with my left too, which was different.
Why?
Well, because I don't know. I didn't want to like. I don't know. Like when I do it regularly,
I feel like I was cheating on yourself.
Well, when I do it regularly, I just hold the phone like this, and then I do it like this.
Okay.
But like I put the baby oil in my left hand, I noticed, and then use my right hand to hold the phone, and then.
Oh, okay. I see.
It was just easier with my left because it was like easier to hold, like easier, like you know what I mean.
You thought was it easier to squeeze the bottle of baby oil with your right?
Probably. That's probably why I did it. Like, because I squeezed it with my right.
Yeah.
That's honestly probably why I did it.
And I mean, the fact that you went lefty, that you went switch hitter on it, do you think that had something to do with the fact that it wasn't as good?
I mean, I didn't take it like I didn't do it fast. I was doing it like slow,
like intimate.
Yeah, like it was like slow and like soft. No, I was erect, but I'm not saying soft like that. But when I did it with the lotion, I felt more like I was like, whereas the right, it's like, you know.
So did you quit? You just stopped? You're like, it's not happening.
It was like 5. I mean, I usually can finish in like anywhere like between like 3 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, this one I gave it like maybe like 5 to 7. I was like, yeah, no. And you know what's the craziest part? I didn't even go back. I just blue balled myself.
So that's what I was asking earlier. So you decided I've had enough. You cleaned yourself up, and then you went about your day.
Well, then my plan was I played video games afterwards, and then my plan was, okay, I'll just go upstairs. You know, the girlfriend, she's probably watching The Office or something. I'll finish upstairs, and she was asleep, so that was it.
Oh, so you couldn't. Yeah. So yeah, you've been walking around with a.
It went away. Yeah.
Bullet in the chamber.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to go when I get home tonight. But yeah, I mean, I could see your point though, Arian. Like it's easier for sure. I agree with that. It was just too wet.
I think two things happened. I think you used too much, and I think the technique with your left is probably not preferable to your right.
No, you know what? I will definitely give it another try with my right and see how I feel about that. But it's different for sure. It's a big difference.
I know.
Was the text too much?
No. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, you told me to keep you updated. I was like, fuck it, might as well.
Yeah, that's what he said. You told me to.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I appreciated the text, brother. I appreciated it.
I got the same screenshot of the same text from you and Arian within like 30 seconds of each other yesterday.
So good. So good. So good.
All right, well that's jack off reviews.
Yeah.
How many balls do you give it? I guess no nut.
5 would be the highest, right?
5 would
balls.
yeah 5.
Yeah, it'd be one ball.
One ball.
One ball.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Maybe practice makes perfect.
Yeah, we'll try it again.
All right, thank you, Jerry.
You got it, guys.
Appreciate
Have a
it.
good rest of the show.
All right. Still crazy to me that was the first time. Big T's been doing some film study on Travis Kelce in the Super Bowl.
I didn't do the film study. I consumed someone else's film study.
I also consumed some film study on Travis Kelce. I need to go back and personally watch the All-22 because I don't know if they're just pulling these clips out. And it's like you can get clips of Luka Doncic not playing any defense, and then you're like, oh, man, look how bad he is. But then you don't see the clips of all the good stuff that he does. So clips can be misleading. I've seen this clip that Big T sent by of Travis Kelce appearing to not block at all on multiple plays in the Super Bowl. And then I saw another one yesterday of Kelce just standing absolutely still.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 frames into the play. Every offensive lineman had taken 2 steps, and he was still in his stance.
Yeah, and then he stands perfectly still, and Mahomes is scrambling around looking for somebody downfield, and Kelce just kind of stands there. Those 3 plays, not a good look. The one that I saw reminded me of that Albert Haynesworth play. I believe that was against the Eagles back in 2010, the Monday night game where Vic and Deshaun just lit it up that game. There was a famous play of Albert Haynesworth who was getting 100 mil, just lying down on his belly on the ground and just not getting up for like 4 seconds because he was too tired and fat. That one clip with Kelce reminded me a little bit of that. I don't know what to make of it besides I'll have to go back and consume the entire All-22. This seems to point to Travis potentially not being engaged, not at the top of his game in the Super Bowl. Your thoughts, Big T?
I think it's time comes for everyone.
You think this is a father time issue?
Yeah, I think at some point it's time.
Super Bowl is a weird time because what I've seen was more like effort.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in these plays.
that's what I'm saying.
In these plays that I've seen, it's more like effort. It's not like he was trying and just
I
not
think
good.
he's moving slower though because he's old.
But he's not.
There's a difference.
He's not that old. Like if you're standing still at the line of scrimmage while your quarterback's running around and you're a tight end, and he's famous for getting open and working to find those holes in the zone while Patrick Mahomes is scrambling.
He could have like an undisclosed injury that he didn't let nobody aware of. That's possible, but from this whole year, honestly, when I watched him, I just saw somebody who really wasn't that engaged. Like you said, it just don't look like he won't be there. And that's always a recipe for disaster in the NFL. From my stand, that's what it looked like to me. And the Super Bowl is probably the most coveted sports stage in American history. Like sell out. But it's also like a little bit of privilege there, man. You've been there so many times. This is just like another Super Bowl to you. So
Yeah,
it don't look good.
I think if it's purely an effort issue, then obviously that's bad. But I think he's older. Maybe that has something to do with it. But also, why should he want to be there? He should have retired years ago. He has $100 million podcast deal. He's dating Taylor Swift. I mean, what are you doing? I bet when he's out there, I bet that's what he's thinking. What the fuck am I doing?
he's got it all.
Every time he gets hit, he's like, why am I doing this?
I agree with Big T. If you have a successful podcast and you have it all, then
Shouldn't even want to play in the NFL.
I don't want to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like fuck that. I got something better going on. I'm podding tonight. Yeah, he might retire. This makes me think he's going to retire.
Did you see the thing on
Yeah.
New Heights?
I did not know.
Didn't sound like he was
Sounded retire-ish.
coming back like 100%.
Oh really? What'd he say?
He was like, it's tough to accept when, you're not at the top of your game like you once were, and that kind of thing. And then he said, if I come back, like I would owe it to my teammates to, I think he said, not make it a half-assed decision. It sounded like, I mean, he could have easily said, yeah, I want to play football. I'm planning on coming back.
Yeah. If he's talking about not making it a half-assed decision, that means right now he's got one
Right.
half of his ass in it.
Yeah.
Like currently half-assed. Yeah.
That sounds like someone who wants to retire but doesn't want to give up football. Like,
Because
I mean, you've played it for 25 years.
yeah, it's fun hanging with the boys.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, I like Jason Kelce a lot. That was my first time getting to hang out with him. We'd met him at the golf tournament out in Tahoe the year before and got to spend, I don't know, 20 minutes with him. But we spent probably like 2 hours with Jason Kelce on and off camera at the Super Bowl. Very cool guy.
Have no trouble believing that.
Very, very cool guy. I can see why he's so popular in Philly and just a good dude. But yeah, this I don't know. Maybe he wants to drag this out for another couple months for the pod. Will he or won't he?
Yeah.
On the pod.
It's good content.
He has to announce on the podcast, right? Like Schefter
Yeah.
can't scoop that.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, Jason Kelce had a press conference.
That's true. I remember when was it Stephen Che that got upset or Rico Bosco? One of those two. They got upset that Jason was wearing a cutoff shirt to his retirement podcast.
Yeah.
That I would guess Che.
I would also guess Jay.
I think it might have been Rico though. I don't know. I don't want to slander Rico. I'm a rider. I do disavow the high noon incident.
Thanks.
I stood firmly with Big T on that.
Thanks.
But yeah,
You were one of the first to be like, well, maybe we forgive Rico though.
was I?
Yeah.
I think I wanted you two to have a conversation.
Yes. You were one of the first to, and I like Rico now, but
Yeah.
you were one of the first to be like, well, let's build a bridge and get over it.
No, I wanted you to have that conversation on the pod because you guys hadn't discussed it after the high noon, and I'm thinking about content. You don't think people would have want to
That's
see
fair
like
enough.
the first interaction between Big T and Rico after the high noon incident?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Rico, but he the next day made an apology blog
Okay, that's
Thank
good.
to
Rico.
Jason Kelsey.
That's good. It sounds like someone told Rico to stand down. That's
Is
what it
there an
sounds like.
apology blog for the high noon? I may have missed it.
Yeah, I don't recall an apology blog.
No, it's fine.
But
Some
Jason
days I
Kelce.
wish it would have hit me.
I mean, think about the lawsuit.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I had a discussion with one of our former attorneys from a company that used to be affiliated with Barstool, and I was like, how much could I have gotten? And he was like, if it hits you a lot, he said, if it didn't hit you, probably like 250 grand, but then you take out all the attorney's fees and shit out of that, and I would have made you quit. So
Yeah.
it would not have, I would have never done it anyway.
Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah.
Should have gone to them
Yeah.
for the people. Yeah, if it had hit you, I mean, it's not like there was a history of Rico and his unhinged behavior
Right.
prior to that point.
Right.
It's not like anyone should have known.
Right.
But to Rico's credit, I don't want this to turn into an anti-Rico tirade. Rico,
I like Rico now.
Yeah, he's long since turned a corner. I was about to say he turned a corner. That was a long time ago. He's been on the home stretch for a while. He's we can all change. Therapy. Get involved.
The weather's heating up, so stay cool with Stella Blue Cold Brew. Whether you love a bold, dark roast, indulgent flavors, or our newest variety, Miss Peach's 100% Colombian, we've got a cold brew for everyone. Better, fresher cold brew at home in just 3 easy steps. Steep, refrigerate, and enjoy. And the best part, every purchase helps homeless pets find their forever homes. Grab Miss Peach's or any of our cold brew varieties now at Amazon or StellaBlueCoffee.com, where you can use promo code MACRO, MACRO, for 20% off orders of $25 or more. Sip with purpose all summer long.
What's up, guys? This is Noah from Columbia, South Carolina. Go Cox. I have a question for Big T, and if anybody else has any input, feel free. This was going around on X, the Everything app, the other day. Out of every president, which one do you think would win a Royal Rumble? And mean, I feel like it's a pretty good discussion. Me and the boys, we're talking about it for about 30 minutes in the group chat the other day. And I think we've come to a pretty good reasoning that we think Roosevelt would take the cake. Let me know what y'all think.
That's a good guess. So we have to, it's while they were president.
Yeah. So we can't go. Gerald Ford was a good college football player.
But he was in
a
his
center.
60s when he was president. Yeah. So, I mean, 2/3 of them are knocked out immediately.
Mm-hmm. Old guys, frail guys.
I think your top 5 contenders are Roosevelt, Washington.
Wait, which Roosevelt?
Theodore.
Not FDR?
Yeah.
Be hard to get him out of the ring. That would be very difficult to throw FDR out of the ring.
Sure.
Okay. Because that's the Royal Rumble rule, right?
Correct. Yeah, you got to toss him over the ropes.
It's not pin. It's toss him over the ropes.
Correct.
FDR.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
Lincoln was a big dude. He's got to be in there.
He was a wrestler.
Was he really?
He was an accomplished wrestler. Yeah.
I was not aware of that. So I think Teddy, Abe, George.
Mm-hmm.
Is Obama in there? A younger guy. He's in good shape, plays basketball.
He moves pretty well. He's kind of gangly.
He's got length to him.
He's got length, but I feel like he would be easier to toss than, say, Bill Clinton. Because Bill Clinton was a big man. He's very skinny now. But when he was in office, yeah, he was.
John Mulaney's got a good bit on that.
Yeah.
He said the Bill Clinton that we grew up with was a Buddy Garrity-esque character.
Yeah, he was a big boy. He would go out on these runs with the Secret Service, and he'd be like, "Hill, I'm going out for my run," and then he'd go down the street and he would just run to a McDonald's.
The man.
And eat. Yeah.
Is that our top 5?
I think that's a pretty good list. No respect for Taft.
How well is he going to move in there?
I don't know.
You're basing your list on ability to remain in the ring, which I guess is the goal of the Royal Rumble. But are they going to be able to get anyone out?
I think you could get. I don't think Taft could move well enough. I think that you could find like 2 other presidents that would team up and both work together to throw Taft out.
Right. If you're telling me Lincoln was a wrestler, I'm inclined to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
But GW, just all-time badass, was a military general. Still, he was young when he was president, right? Not young, but 40s.
George W. Bush was not a general.
George Washington.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about George W. Bush.
No, dude.
Yeah, George Washington was the commander of the Continental Army, and I think he was like 6'2", which was huge for back then.
Right. How old was he when he was president?
He couldn't have been that old. I think he was kind of young. Thomas Jefferson, also a big guy.
He was 57.
He was 57 when he took office, so maybe not.
How old was TJ? Because I just know he was a very big man for that
58.
Day. Okay, so yeah. I don't think TJ's got – he doesn't have the grit. He's more of like a, pretty boy.
Yeah, so I think I'm going Honest Abe.
That's a good – yeah. I don't think you'll have any argument from me.
He was 6'4"?
He was, I think about 6'4", taller than the hat. Injury concerns, though.
Sure.
Teddy Roosevelt, he played through pain. Got shot in his chest, finished the speech. Also, he was a fucking badass dude in the Rough Riders.
5'10".
Yeah, but stout.
Yeah.
But powerful.
Yeah.
He used to go swimming the Potomac River, naked. Well, probably the last president who will ever do that.
FDR 6'2". People don't talk about that.
Was he really?
Yeah, standing.
As the crow flies? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he would be difficult to throw out. Very hard.
Yeah. Does he get the chair?
He stands up and he folds it up and hits somebody over the head with it.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill, 5'6".
Really?
Yeah.
5'6", probably like 250.
No.
He's a portly man.
Yeah, for 5'6", he probably weighed 195.
He used to wake up every morning with a cigar and a giant glass of brandy, and then he would read the paper in bed, and then he would have another glass of brandy. Then he'd have another one as a treat.
Mussolini, 5'7".
Yeah. All right, good question. I think Kyle Hamilton posed that question on Twitter.
X.
The safety for the Ravens. Good question, though.
Okay, last voicemail.
But I responded to it. I said future President Logan Paul is the correct answer.
What about Barron?
No, I don't think that Barron's.
He's a unit, dude.
Yeah, I know he's big,
He's scrawny, though.
but he's the son of a rich guy.
Soft.
Yeah, it might be soft. I don't know if he's ever experienced adversity.
Goes to NYU.
Yeah, he's caught his mom. He probably breastfed until he was like 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But Logan, I think there's a 5% chance Logan Paul gets elected president.
That's so scary.
At some
Don't
point.
even.
What's your percentage on Stephen A. then? It's got to be
Stephen A.
higher than that.
Stephen A. is 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That he gets elected, not becomes the nominee?
Yeah. I think
Wow.
25%.
So then you think like 50% chance he's the nominee.
Yeah. I think it might be at some point Stephen A. Smith against Logan Paul.
Exactly, because at least like now when I eventually when I'm like in charge of everything and one of my haters finally takes an assassination attempt on me that works and I'm like dying, I can at least be like, oh cool, I get to do DMT now.
Yeah.
But like if I already smoke it, then I'm like, well, I already did my fucking death shit,
I hear you. I agree with that statement.
Heaven's crazy. The Barstool needs to release a religious vertical that I can head, because I'm telling you, Arian, I also don't believe in God, but I've been reading the Bible for the first time. We gotta go to heaven, dude.
Bro, you want to do a Bible series with me?
I would love to.
That should be dope.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys were doing angels. I thought when people said that they were just talking about every woman. And now I realize they're talking about like God has fucking shooters that like do his shit. Which is great. And Jesus, and this is the other thing about Jesus. Jesus obviously very controversial because he my people once had a covenant with God, apparently involved circumcision and all these other things. Jesus comes down and he's like, we're making a new covenant. And we're like, oh, no take backs. And we nail his ass up. No disrespect. First of all, we obviously didn't do that. It's manual labor. So like, first of all, we're innocent. We didn't do that shit. And second of all, if we hadn't done that, then when they're kind of not, that's like the main thing that he did, right? I mean, he died and he came back to life. So why are people mad at us for doing that? Because we hooked it up. We did, like, in sports terms, oftentimes in basketball, which I play, there's one guy kind of puts the ball towards the net, and then another even better athlete comes up and puts it in all the way. And so we're doing like a layup.
It's called a oop.
Alley-oop.
An alley-oop. Excuse me.
Which is basketball, which I play.
We're doing an alley-oop. And it's a nasty alley-oop. I'm not proud of what happened. What allegedly they say we did. I'm not saying it did happen.
It was behind the back.
It was behind the back. It was a little bit behind the back what we did. But probably someone else did it. We were just there. We're like, fuck yeah. We're in concert with God, who we've known first, and we've been really close with the entire time. We're like, alley-oop, and God comes in and oops it. But everyone's mad at us?
It's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Big T, what happened? You're a Christian, a God-fearing. I see you at church on Sundays. Never see you at the bank, but I see you at church. What? Why is this? Are people mad about this? It's good that he got crucified, no?
Yes.
It's good for you.
In a way. Yeah, it is good for me. Yes. It probably
people are like, just go ahead.
No, I mean, it wasn't great at the time for Jesus.
Yeah, but he's like,
he had to know it was coming,
He had to know it was coming, right?
He did. Yeah.
He was like about
that was part of the whole thing. Yeah.
He's like about to get that DMT.
But he got DMT twice.
Yeah, that's true.
He got a double dose. what I don't understand is I'm like, okay, yeah, like we did that shit, and he suffered and he died for our sins. First of all, unmarried, so didn't suffer that much. And second of all, because his wife would have been Jewish, and boy, that would have been. But second of all, what if what if I die in a way crazier way? Like for instance, the rack. What if they kill me on the rack in like 1500? Aren't I kind of be like, that Jesus shit wasn't even that bad. Like, this is way worse.
Yeah.
And so, like, do you get to go? Is there like a players club in heaven where, like, if you died in a fucked up way too, you get to hang with Jesus more? Is there a VIP?
Whoever suffered more gets better status.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game recognized game. Welcome to the club. Yeah. VIP. Get behind the ropes.
I can't wait to go to heaven. I do want to wait, to be clear, but when I get there, I'm gonna be because they're gonna make me young again. But I'm just like, it's gonna be incredible. Forever I'm in paradise.
Can they make you like? Do you get to do cool bad shit when you're up there? Because some of the most fun stuff to do is bad.
That's why I'd be out. Yeah, that's why I'd be out. Yeah.
I'd be out.
But if you like that and you accepted Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, and you still got to heaven, would you be allowed to do all the things on earth that were considered sins?
Like what?
Well, in heaven,
we gonna be doing that.
Sin, no.
Everything's
there's no sin.
Everything's a sin though.
No, that's not true.
So what do you?
Is gambling a sin?
All the fun shit is a sin.
Yeah.
Not if you win, Brace.
Yeah, because then you're making things bountiful.
Yeah, if you lose, then it makes you do things that you don't want to do, like steal or DM college athletes on Twitter and be like, "Hey, you piece of shit, why'd you miss that layup at the end of the game?" But if you win, it's all good.
Yeah. I guess that's what I understand. It's like sports gambling is probably the number one most virtuous thing you can do on earth, right?
I would agree.
But I have a feeling that Jesus, the regime in heaven, would be like, no fucking in heaven. And so I get there and I'm like, okay, well, this is the main thing, the only thing that gives me joy. So I'm supposed to just be in heaven being like, oh, I loved your basketball game. You did a really good job. No money at the end of it for me. It just seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
You know, because Christ, if he was, they had parlays back then and they were doing it during the crucifixion. Like, oh, I bet they get the nail in like three hammers. Christ would have been like, you know what? First of all, I forgive you. But second of all, let me get 20 on that. Because it's something that everybody loves.
And also he gets the most shout outs after games. Like if the team wins, like
and that's true. And how could me supporting a Christ-fearing individual
right
monetarily
Oh man.
with risky parlays that I've spent all of my money on. In fact, I'm addicted to it. I'm going broke and I've ruined my life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm ruining my life for guys who like Christ, and I'm not allowed to do this in heaven. Make it make sense.
And some of that money goes to the guys that love Jesus because the league has official sponsorships with the gambling companies. The more they make, the more ends up going. You're paying their salary by losing bets.
Should we try a strategy in the NCAA tournament of only betting on either Christian schools or players who we know have publicly professed their faith in Christ?
I think so. I think that's good.
Dude, no, Big T, this is what we got to do. We have to create a Christian sports gambling fucking app, dude. This is how we make it big. We have to make a Christ-centric sports gambling app. And we can do other shit too. Like we can add, like, is there going to be a miracle this year? Like whatever, like we could bet on how many abortions or whatever's going to happen. Like, but anything Christ-centric. We could just got to get in this app and we could make a fucking million. These event market things, Kalshi, whatever, are legal now. And I'm saying, I like all that stuff, but it doesn't seem like it's God focused. It's God conscious. Yeah. And to me, I am since getting like a third of the way in the Bible over the past 2 years, like I'm becoming God conscious. And I'm like, I need to put my money where my mouth is. I mean, you hear about this, guys? They make you give 10% of your money to the church.
Tithings.
Tithing. They tax you. And I'm like, if they're going to tax, let us give something back.
Easy. Taxes.
I know we're not paying those anymore, guys. No. Don't worry. Trump is taking care of us. Trump is taking care of us. We're getting Bitcoin. Which is God conscious. We're getting Bitcoin. We're not paying taxes. He's defunding the IRS. I got So I got a little while ago my FBI FOIA back. This is just one page of it, and they're like, we can't release any of it to you. And I was like, I thought it was because I was under active investigation still, which I think I technically still am, but it's not. I think I'm just under investigation, but it's just going to be open forever. I hit up this lawyer, and he's like, don't worry about it. The FBI is completely in disarray since Trump took office. And so if there's anybody surveilling you, they've like been reassigned or like demoted for being woke. Like you're good.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Brace.
I'm good. I can do whatever I want.
That's very cool. I like the draft King of Kings. How about that?
I love it.
Nice.
I love
Nice.
Let's make it happen.
That'd be big for inevitable Pope race.
Oh yeah, money on the Pope.
Oh my God, guys, we gotta get in on this.
When's he gonna die?
Well, and then who would the next Pope be?
Then who wins?
General,
Yeah.
that's right.
Dude, and we could fuck some
Conclave.
of them up too to make sure they don't become Pope.
Yeah, do they?
Spread
Yeah,
rumor-
insider trading on it.
Insider trading.
When they do the conclave, do they narrow it down? Can we bet on like who's going to make the final four?
There are favorites already. There are. A
I
couple
will say the
favorites.
Filipino guy.
Yeah.
I am rooting for him.
Yeah.
Brace, I was saying on part of my take that I want a fat Pope. How awesome would that be?
I would love a fat Pope.
I feel like the
Yeah.
Pope should always be a little hefty.
I want
Yeah.
obese, like just the fattest guy that they can find.
Something that I like seeing is when a fat guy has rings on every finger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
power.
There's something soothing about
Uh-huh.
that.
It's like he knows his own power. Yeah.
He knows his own power. I think, and this is also advice to any hefty listeners out there. If you are fat and you don't want to lose weight, just bedeck yourself in jewels, and like it grants import, and it grants a certain type of like, I don't know what it is. It's scary. It's scary because if you were brought in front of a fat guy with a big ass chain and like 5 gold rings on every finger, including thumb, you're like, oh fuck, like this is the dawn of dawn. This is Christ to me. And so like, I agree. Like there's nobody who has access to jewelry like the Pope does. And so I'm saying Pope needs to be fat and bejeweled, but I do want the Filipino guy to win because I might meet him this summer
Oh yeah, where?
in Rome. I might go to Rome for a political religious conference and hopefully meet the Filipino dude.
I love that.
How does one start to get into baseball if they haven't ever been into
All right.
baseball?
All right. I
wanna
love
be-
this. I
This
love
is
this
good.
question.
This is
Yes.
good.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
feel like I just have to pick a team, right? Like, and that's who I'm
So
riding with.
baseball, you have to have a team. It's a very hard sport to follow just casually nationally because it's a very regional sport. Like even I'm a massive baseball fan. I'm not paying attention to the Angels and the Mariners and shit. Like you have to have a team. So I mean, you're obviously in Houston. You've gone to Astros games.
I'm not doing the Astros because they won like, I don't know what, 2-3 championships in the last like 5. That's bandwagon shit, right? I'm
A
not
couple,
doing it.
yeah.
I'm not doing
And they
it.
cheated.
I'm not.
And they cheated their ass off for one.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk through some others.
Okay, so hold on.
Padres?
I'm just gonna hold on. I don't want to do the Padres because that's too hometowny. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of
have
the
an
whole thing.
obscure-
That's why
What?
people
Yeah.
like teams.
What do you mean it's too hometowny? That's you just described sports fans.
Touche.
Arian, if
But
I may,
you
I
may not.
I
You
really
may
think
not. You asked and I said no, and you
All right,
still Jesus.
That's
Check
true.
your privilege, Eric.
That's
But no. I want to have like an obscure baseball team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do the hometown thing. I want to do something like, why the fuck do you like them? And it's like, you know what? It just happened. I want one of
Okay.
those. So
Okay. I have a
so I'm-
good list
so I'm
for
gonna
you of those.
I'm gonna Google all MLB teams, and then let's just go over it and let's find me a team.
And you want somebody that's not great already, but that could be good.
Man, I want somebody that I could build with. You know what I'm saying?
I have the perfect team. I have the perfect
I
team.
feel like
for
I
you.
have a
all
perfect
right.
team.
All right, look, I just Googled it. It's loading up because my internet's loaded. What the fuck is going on? All right, here we go. All
can I
30 I thought there was 32, but there's 30.
It's 30.
can I just interject real quick, Arian?
You may now.
I appreciate you trying to find like an obscure team to follow. But if you don't have that hometown connection to them, it will make it tough for you to really stay locked in on these guys. It just
But I don't have
that's the nature of it.
I don't have a baseball connection to them. Like I don't really watch baseball, so I'm looking for something to get me into baseball. But like I need to have somebody to root for. But like when I hear the San Diego Padres, all I see is a whole bunch of the homies wearing SD hats, and I don't know. There's no feeling.
But I do think that the Padres would actually maybe be the best team for you. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense on several levels.
The Padres they're fun. They're a very fun team. They've got guys that you will absolutely love to root for.
But I don't want to do the Padres.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I've got another one out west for you.
Okay. I'm just gonna start with the A's, and we'll go all the way down to the W. I'm not doing the Washington Nationals, so we ain't gotta do that. It's all good. No offense. All right. Arizona Diamondbacks.
I'm kind of offended.
Kind of fit the mold that you were looking for.
Okay. I'm looking like middle of the pack here. I'm looking for like middle of the pack here.
They're definitely middle of the pack.
The Oakland A's, are they still the Oakland A's?
No, you don't want the A's.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna discuss the A's.
They're in Sacramento this year playing in a minor league stadium, and they just started spending money on the team after they moved out of Oakland. They kind of fucked Oakland bad. They're a piece of shit.
Yeah, we don't want those then. Okay. The Braves, not doing the Braves. Love the hats though.
You could though.
Love the hats. The
We're
Orioles,
not middle of the pack, but fun team.
I have a bad feeling about the Orioles because I did play Little League baseball. I was on the Texas Rangers, and we pitched. I was batting against this dude that was pitching who played for the Orioles, and we were all 12. This nigga was 13, and he was tall as shit, and he was throwing heaters. So I hate them all for that reason.
Okay, so we have 30-year-old grudges coming into this. I like it.
That's a fair grudge, though. When you got the
I
one
like
guy
it.
that hits the growth spurt.
Yeah, sports. So fuck them. Who's the Baltimore Orioles rival?
Kind of the Yankees.
They would say the Yankees.
Kind of the Blue Jays. Kind of the Nats. Nobody like really.
I think Orioles fans would say the Yankees.
But the
Yankee
Yankees
fans
obviously, right?
The Yankees are busy dealing with the Red Sox and the Dodgers.
So when I think of I also want a good rivalry game to when it's time for them to play. We in that ass. You know what I mean?
Pause.
Touche. Boston Red Sox, not doing Boston. My brother's a Boston fan, just by proxy. Chicago Cubs.
I feel like you're all the things that would make you have a good connection, you're dismissing.
He doesn't want the connection.
You talking about Boston?
Yeah, well, you said your brother's a fan.
Yeah.
No, don't do Boston.
I like we have in-house rivals. Like I was growing up, I was an Oakland Raider fan. He was a San Francisco 49er fan. That's a direct. We was, you know what I mean? Boom. It didn't happen.
Okay, now go back to the Cubs because I liked what you were thinking about the Cubs.
I don't hate the Cubs because it's like a traditional team. I grew up loving Rookie of the Year, Rosenberger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good little pull. I don't hate the Cubs. Let's put them on the.
I'm making a list, so we're starting the list with the Cubs.
They got a player that I think you would really enjoy. That's Armstrong.
Okay, I didn't hate the Diamondbacks
fast.
either. So stash them.
Okay,
too.
I'll put them on the list.
Sorry. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
I was saying he's fast as fuck.
He's the one whose mom is the actress.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's lit. Okay.
All right, Cubs and D-backs, and Cubs obviously will go to Cubs games like when you're here. Awesome ballpark.
All right, and I like the uniforms by the Cubs as well. I fuck with them. All right. White Sox. Not gonna do White Sox.
No.
Well, my stepdad's is from Chicago, and he's a super White Sox fan, so I ain't doing nothing he do.
Okay, they're the worst team. Last year, they set the record for the most losses in the history of baseball.
I did see that. I remember that. Okay. Cincinnati Reds. No feeling.
Frisky. Yeah, but they're out in the middle of,
Yeah, the Reds could be good this year, though.
They do have a very fun, exciting young player.
You are a communist.
Is he from? Where is he from?
I'm not entirely sure where he's from. His name's Ellie De La Cruz.
But he is very fun. He's like, what, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, and he's just a demon. 99 speed. He is from the Dominican Republic.
He's awesome.
Oh, little DR. Okay. Nope, not doing the Reds. Cleveland Guardians. Hell no.
Now that
hate the name.
what?
Hate the logo. Colors are ugly. No.
What'd you think about their old name and logo?
I mean, it's very
What about
unwoke
Chief
of me,
Wahoo?
but I did like
It
I did
was a
like
great.
the-
It was yeah.
I like the Indians.
Guards
I
are
like the Redskins. Shout out to my natives. Shit knocked though, and I
Guardians
understand
are a
if you
very fun
feel
team.
different. What?
Very fun team. They're a very fun team.
Oh, you're
And
from Yeah, no, not happening.
Okay.
I like their manager too, Terry Francona.
That is the old manager.
Oh shit! I got to reset. I got to
Terry
reset.
Frank-
Jeff Passan coming on Friday
Terry
is part of my tape.
Francona is now the Reds manager.
Oh shit! Okay, another reason for the Reds.
Not happening. But Colorado Rockies, I don't hate them. I love purple's my favorite color.
Okay, so good uniforms, great ballpark. They are horrific right now. So it's going to be a tough few years.
Hard to get into at first. Okay.
Yeah, like if you're trying to get into baseball this year and you're watching the Rockies, it's going to be rough.
They're going to be very, very bad this year.
It's going to be a little rocky. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want
me to put them on the list?
Put them on the list. Put them on the list.
Okay.
Put them on the list. All right. Detroit Tigers. Nope. I hate old English. The letters. Can't stand it. When
Interesting.
Hate it.
Because they're going to be a fun team too.
Yeah, they're a frisky club.
I like them.
Don't like it. Sorry. Got to be able to fuck with the logo. Houston Astros. Nope. Kansas City Royals. I hate that logo as well. Very plain.
Frisky team though.
When they wear the blues, it looks good.
Have some
but it's
outstanding young prospects.
Very plain. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Los Angeles Angels and Dodgers are out. Not doing anything. LA. That's old San Diego stuff inside of me.
You're a Laker fan.
Good point.
That's different though.
That's a great point, Mad Dog.
When it kind of like football, like that's where it comes from. Like, you know, but just LA, San Diego. But like, San Diego ain't had no basketball team.
What if you became an?
They had the Clippers.
No, they don't.
They used to.
It's Lake Show. This is what it is. Yeah, this doesn't have it. There's no logic to this, guys. We just try to find Arian a team.
There is no logic.
I feel like you could become a Mike Trout fan, specifically a Mike Trout fan, and root for Mike Trout and the Angels at the start of the season until he either goes on the long-term DL and you don't have to worry about baseball anymore, or he gets traded to a contending team and then you get to start rooting for that team.
What can he get traded then?
I'm sure he's got a no trade clause, but at some point Mike Trout has to just be like,
he has
to.
I'd like to win baseball games. Mike Trout is one of the best baseball players to ever play, and he is just lost constantly through his career because of the front office of his ball club.
Also, best abilities availability. He hasn't stayed out there the whole time either.
I have a theory that maybe Mike Trout would be more available if the team was in contention.
Interesting.
Theoretically.
He's gotten hurt a lot, though.
He
All right,
has,
keep going. Keep going.
All right, we're going to go next. No, LA teams is out. Miami Marlins, no Miami teams.
You don't want them.
I don't like Miami. No offense to people that live there. It's just that city when I was there, it's just not for me, dog. Love Cuban sandwiches, though.
They literally suck, but they also have like I'm not exaggerating when I say this. There are nights where there's 200 and 300 people there.
But that's why I don't like Miami. Is very like it's the epitome of plastic surgery, Instagram, that vibe. That's Miami, and that's why I
Bad
don't
sports
like it.
town.
You said what?
Bad sports town.
Horrible sports town. I mean, you had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. You had one of the best teams of all time, and nobody ever showed up to games except for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
left her in the finals
anyway.
and tried to get back in. People forget that.
Facts. All right. Next, Milwaukee Brewers. I don't hate this one.
Okay. Awesome logo.
I like the logo. Yeah, the logo is fire, actually. They're in the running for the best creative logo.
It's generally considered
baseball.
like one of the best logos ever.
That shit is hard. A little mitt with the M and the B and the baseball in the middle. Come on, fam. How you not like that? Now they're in the running. Put them on the list.
Yeah. Christian
Also,
Yelich.
an hour and a half from here, we can go to Brewers games.
Yep. And
Milwaukee, wonderful city.
they've got a great slide in center field.
Mhm.
And multiple people have gotten like broken bones and dislocated shoulders when they try to go down it. It's a crazy slide. The mascot goes down when they hit a home run.
Shout out Bernie.
Yep.
He's a good mascot.
He is. Yeah, good mascot.
It's no blooper, but he'll do.
That's true.
And you get to go to the games in the summertime and it's on the lake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really like it. Yeah, look, the whole vibe I'm fucking with. Put them on the list. Minnesota Twins. Not really fucking with those colors and that logo. I'm out. The Mets. Nah, this team kind of intrigues me a little
Don't
bit.
do the Mets. Don't do the Mets.
You
Brother,
should do the Mets.
But I'm just telling you, when I look at the logo, it gives me the Fifis. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
It gives me the Fifis.
What is the Fifi?
It's-
You know what the Fifis are.
The feels. You get in the feels,
Oh,
man. Just
okay.
that little you get a little excited when you look at the
Oh,
Mets.
don't
man.
make me put them on this list, dude.
It's
Put 'em on
like
the list,
it's
Big
little,
T.
it's little bro. You know what I'm saying? It's little bro. They'll never be the Yankees, so it's always they always trying to like they the underdogs in their own city. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I put them on the list, man.
Oh,
I love that.
You got to team up with
Yeah.
Frank the Tank then.
that's disgusting.
Yankees is out. Yankees is out. Love the logo though. I mean, that's top logo on any sports franchise of all time. One of them. Shout out to Jay-Z for making it famous. The Philadelphia Phillies. No, don't like it.
Okay.
Philly sports fans, dog. You know what I mean? Not into it. Pittsburgh Pirates.
Another
Skeens.
interesting
I like the
one you
black
can
and
get in
yellow.
on the ground floor.
Good stadium.
I
too.
like
Great
the black
ballpark.
and yellow. I like the black and yellow.
Paul Skeens, Livy Dunn.
Gives me the Fifis. The uniforms give me the
Okay,
Fifis.
Pirates.
So here's one fun fact about the Pirates. They've got the best pitcher in baseball, probably, in Paul Skeens. He started the All-Star game last year in his rookie year. One of the best pitchers in baseball, Cy Young favorite going into this year. They also have a young pitching prospect by the name of Bubba Chandler, who's going to be in their starting rotation this year. The Pirates made an announcement the other day that Paul Skeens would be the starting pitcher for opening day. Made a whole video about it. Apparently, Bubba Chandler texted Paul Skeens and said, "Enjoy this one, because the next opening day is going to be mine, big dog."
No way.
love that.
I love that. I love that they've got a guy that's like, "Fuck you, I'm going to be better than you."
Love it.
That's some
Jared Jones too,
confidence.
who unfortunately I believe just got out for this season, but he's going to be really good too.
San Diego Padres. Hometown, but we're not doing that.
Very hospitable people, outstanding crew over there.
Wonderful.
And Fernando
Wonderful.
Tatis, dude, you would love rooting for Fernando Tatis.
He talked to him
Hey.
during the game.
Arian
Yeah, he gave
drunkenly
me the
told him he
little-
loved his shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing.
He is the
what trip
swaggiest.
that was.
and he hits the
Wow.
dick off the ball.
I like when you hit dicks off balls.
Yeah.
Amazing. But no, we're not doing hometown. I wanna have an
Okay.
obscure. We're going for obscure, dog. Like we ain't doing the obvious. All right. San Francisco Giants. Nah, they don't give me. I feel nothing. Although I did like Barry Bonds back in the day, just probably the greatest ever, obviously. Seattle Mariners.
This was my team
Nah.
for you.
Now this I like. When I went to a Seattle's game, I had the dude that does the tickets DM me a while. That's like 3 years ago.
That's
Went
right.
there.
I forgot that.
Went there, gave me the full treatment. I loved the stadium, loved the colors, you know what I mean? Neighborhood Crips. I got a couple of homies that are neighborhood Crips. This is what they wear, those hats. Put them on the list.
Good, young, exciting team as well.
Good food in the ballpark, too.
And I love the city. I really like Seattle. Seattle's I love that city. It's had some of the best hot pot I've ever had. Next is the St. Louis Cardinals. I don't hate this team. I'm liking the St. Louis Cardinals. What we feeling with these?
One of my favorite ballparks. that
Best
I've
fans
ever
in
been to.
baseball. That's what they say.
Yeah, now if you do become a Cardinals fan, like there is kind of a lot that comes along with that.
Okay.
They're generally not beloved.
Give me a football analogous team. Jets.
Maybe
No.
Steelers.
I don't know. It's weird because they were really good for a long time. Now they're not that good. But like the fans are very
Philly.
sure of themselves. No, because Philly's just like mean assholes. They're not that.
Okay.
They're not like bad.
Cowboys.
They're just
No, because their
No,
fans think
it's-
very highly. I would say like Steelers or maybe Packers.
Packers is a good comparison.
Like they think they own baseball.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd say Packers is good.
Okay.
But incredible ballpark. Historically great team. Not so great
them on
right
the
now,
list.
so it's not like you're okay.
Put them on the list. Put them on the list. I like I love the logo, and I love the
Good logo.
colors and the uniforms. I'm fucking with it. Yeah, fucking with it. Tampa Bay Rays, horrible logo. Hell no.
Yeah, you don't want them.
No.
I
Texas
like the Devil
Rangers. The Devil Rays.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they used
They
to
used to
be.
be yeah. I remember that. Texas Rangers. Nah. Not feeling that. Toronto Blue Jays. Nah, it's America Jack.
Hell yeah. One of the best things you've ever said. Keep it in house.
The Washington Nationals. We out of that. So run back the list.
All right, so the final list. Arian loves the NL Central. We have the Cubs, Diamondbacks, Rockies, Brewers, Mets, Pirates, Mariners, and Cardinals. Let's narrow it down
Yeah.
to let's do a top 3.
Okay. Let me look at some uniforms here. Okay.
I'll send you the
This
list.
is so fun. This is like girls who pick their March Madness bracket
Based off of
based
how
on
cute
like
the point guard
yeah,
is.
and then they like
Vibes.
win $1 million.
Yeah.
Based off vibes, bro. We still owe
Yes.
Maddie, by
I
the
love
way,
that.
a whole fifth of crown, all of us. We ain't never settled that debt because she won
Oh, yeah.
the bracket like a couple years
One
back.
of these days. One of these days we'll make up for it.
I just keep forgetting. I ain't in the city, or else I would have squared that debt. All
You're
right,
also
what's the
accruing
first
some
one?
interest.
Huh?
It's true.
You're accruing
Interest.
some
I'm also-
interest. We
more
may
time.
need to have some together, have some fun night.
Oh, all day. Let's do that.
Okay.
I have my guess as to what Arian's top 3 is going to be.
All right, give me the first. Is we got Diamondbacks.
I
Diamondbacks.
texted you the list.
Oh, even better. Okay, there we go. Oh, Cubs was first. Okay. Well, I'm already on Diamondbacks, so here, let's look at this. Oh, that's kind of plain. I'm not loving the teal here. Nah, Diamondbacks are out. No. Is the D a rattlesnake? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Nope. We're out. Diamondbacks out. Next would be the Rockies, Colorado Rockies. Okay.
I predict that
uniforms.
if Arian selects the Rockies, he will last 2 weeks.
Ooh. Hold on. What is this green? Is this new?
What are you
Green and
looking at?
purple?
Oh, the mountain logo.
Yeah, it's like this little green uniform. Is it like a throwback?
Oh,
type
that's
vibe?
their City Connect.
Yeah, every team has a City Connect jersey, which is like the alternate.
It's a very NBA type.
Yeah, okay. Wait, when
deal.
you look at it, clearly it's not. I like the black and purple. The green is throwing me off, especially when they have purple with the green. That's not. I'm out on the Rockies. Yeah, the greens. Nope, you lost a fan there. They lost a fan. Good job, Rockies. Whoever made that silly ass decision. Milwaukee Brewers. Here we go. Brewers 25 unis. All right.
They have good uniforms.
Ooh, navy blue and yellow. Ooh, that shit kind of smooth. I like that. And I've never been to Milwaukee either.
You would like it in the summer.
Me neither. I'm going for the Braves series this year, though. Come on up.
I'm fucking with the hats, dog. Keep them on the list. Let's see, the Mets. Why were you so against the Mets?
Because he's a Braves fan.
They're the Braves' biggest division rival.
Sworn rival. It would be very funny if you were a
that-
Mets fan, though.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Mm-hmm. Get to go up against Big T,
They're
align with
dude.
Frank the
They've
Tank.
never won shit. They think they're like God's gift to baseball. They never win anything. They're terrible. You don't want to do that. I promise.
They got Juan Soto this year.
Bad ballpark.
Oh, they did get
Yeah,
one.
the ballpark's not bad.
Good
I went there.
Good food at the ballpark.
Queens,
Yes.
those okay, but these uniforms though,
Cookies.
They actually
contrast
just
between-
unveiled a bucket of chocolate chip cookies, of 20 warm chocolate chip cookies for $15 this year.
That's a pretty
And
good deal.
that's I would be intrigued by that, but
Hey, bro, look, the contrast with the gray and the blue and the orange, that's tactful. That is nice, dog. I'll keep them on the list.
give me a fucking break. They're Florida colors.
It's nice, dog. What do you want? Like that?
No.
Florida has nice colors, cuz. What do you want to say?
All right, keep going.
Hits, Pirates, uniforms.
You'll like the Pirates uniforms.
Oh God, that black and yellow's tough, dog. Jeez. With the PGH now, that's their city thing.
Yeah. Ignore all those. Those are like none of them are very good.
That one's nice. I like it. And that one hits me because in San Diego, my high school colors were black and yellow. We were the Mission Bay Buccaneers, and this gives me that vibe. Gives me a lot of this gives me a lot of Fifi. So keep them on the list. We're gonna keep them on the list. Oh man, it's tough picking a team, dog. How did y'all pick y'all's team?
It's where we
I
grew
was
up.
born in Georgia.
It's the hometown thing.
Oh, that's the one I one I said no to. You know why Seattle give me good feelings too? I grew up never really watching baseball, but being a huge fan of Ken Griffey.
Yep.
Mhm.
He had like the sweetest swing, dog. That shit looks so sweet. Yeah, you gotta keep Seattle on the list there too. Last one is Cardinals. Let's see.
I will say some of the
Cardinals.
best uniforms in baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals.
The bird's just chilling on the bat.
Their white is extra white. I don't know how they do it, but it's whiter than the rest.
They got a good bleach guy.
Yeah, and the red and the yellow bat just pops. Great home uniform.
Not in love with it.
Really?
Don't think it's bad. Don't think it's bad. I think one bird would have did. They have two birds. One bird on the bat would have hit.
They
Too
do have
many
a hat
birds.
with one bird.
Too many birds on the uni. I'm out on the Cardinals.
Wow. Okay. So we're down to
I'm out on the
5.
Cardinals. Damn, what? I thought I narrowed it down more than that. Where we at?
No, you like too many uniforms.
The
Cubs,
uniforms we-
Brewers,
go.
Mets, Pirates, Mariners.
All right, let's take Cubs, Brewers, Mets, Pirates, Mariners. Cubs, Brewers. Let's take the Cubs out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're taking the Cubs out.
Any reason?
When you lay them all against each other, when you line it up, when you lining the ladies up, some just look better than
Okay.
one look better in club light. So now we got Brewers, Mets, Pirates, Mariners. I'm really leaning towards Brewers here.
Have one of my favorite players in baseball, William Contreras.
I
Close
think we just
drive
gotta-
from here.
Well, what's the? Let me look at the stadiums real quick. Brewers stadiums.
Theirs isn't going to wow you.
It's nice.
It's good.
Looks nice. American Family
after
Field.
Beer
I
makers.
fuck with families.
Yep. Shout out to families.
Shout out to
I
families.
still
Family.
call it Miller Park, but
That looks nice. Right now, I'm leaning towards Brewers and Mets.
oh
No.
no.
Brewers,
You're
Brewers,
leaning
Mets,
you're leaning
Pirates.
between
Top
good
three.
and evil.
Brewers,
Mets, Pirates.
Pirates. Brewers, Mets,
Wow, okay,
Pirates.
Mariners
is
are out.
Let's see.
Just please don't. The Brewers is everything you're looking for.
I feel like you're making it worse.
The more Big T pushes him towards the
Exactly.
Brewers, he's like,
The Mets.
What do you feel
Mets
about
have-
PNC Park?
I haven't been, but it's number one on my list to get to. It's generally regarded as like a top 3.
It's a great ballpark.
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
Yeah.
They do a pierogi race.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody except Big T.
Yep.
What do you feel about the Met Stadium?
Met Stadium, it's okay. There's a lot
I believe you have been there with us.
Yeah, you have. There's a lot of advertisements. It's like product signs everywhere. Good food. Not the easiest place in the world to get to.
That's true. You got to take the train.
If we're talking New York baseball stadiums, I like Yankee Stadium better.
It's like standard, I'd say.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. They got the closer that does the trumpets.
There's nothing really like tradition about it, I'd say.
Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Yeah.
Mrs. Met is caked up. Arian, look at a picture
and
of
an older woman.
Look at a picture of Mrs. Met.
True.
I've seen her before.
I'm familiar with her work.
Yeah.
Big apple in her pants.
Jesus.
Apple bottom jeans. Executive decision. I feel like the universe is who does the Mets? Who does the Mets? That sounds so funny. Who do the Mets? That's better. Who do the Mets play opening day?
That's a good question.
They play the Astros.
Okay.
In Houston. You could go to their game tomorrow.
That's true.
All right. Who do the Pirates play opening day?
Pirates.
I think they're playing the Marlins.
They are playing the Marlins in Miami. Or sorry, Miami.
I think the universe is talking to me here. The Brewers play the Yankees opening day, and this is how I'm picturing it. This is the universe talking to me, right? I'm not fucking with the Astros, right? And so the Mets you said the Mets are playing the Astros here, right?
Yeah.
So that's telling me, we don't like the Astros for a reason. Opening day, we're not doing it. The Marlins were out too, so we're not doing that. The Yankees are baseball, right? So this is like the opening day, Brewers versus Yankees. This is your introduction to baseball. The universe has told me that the Brewers are now my squad. I'm following.
Love to hear that. All right. Love to hear that. Good pick.
I thought you were going to say it was going to be the Mets because you could go to the game. You could wear Mets gear to the game.
No.
Arian,
this is exciting.
Welcome to the Brew Crew.
If you're going to get into the Brew, you got to get the hat. You got to get jerseys. You got to be watching the games.
I'm getting Arian a William Contreras jersey right now.
I love that free shit. I'm about to follow
Christian
the Brewers
Yelich,
on all socials.
you'll love him.
Yeah. Christian Yelich, friend of PFT's other program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian Yelich, good guy.
So handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is my man's? Hold on, B. This might be even more universe talking to me, dog. Is he? Hold on.
What?
Who is it?
Who?
During the game. During practice. I think he is. Julio Bourbon. Bourbon or Bourbon? I went to college with him.
Bourbon. Yeah, he went to
UT. Yes, he went to UT. And he was who I was gonna use for the baseball question in the car. So I hit him after my man Matt Bush didn't answer because I think he may be. I don't know if he's a joke.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
I don't know. That's the homie though. But I was like, I know somebody else that went to the MLB, and it was Julio, and Julio. That was my dog. Does he coach for the Brewers?
It says he's the first base coach. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, because I was gonna call him. He's like, hey, I'm on a flight. We play the Yankees opening day, and I didn't know what that meant. I was like, okay, cool. That's what's up. And I just now realized, I was like, hold on, he said something about the Yankees opening day, and so like Julio went to Tennessee, coaches for. I can get nigga. We on. That's the universe.
We got a connection.
Wait, that's amazing.
Can't argue.
All right, well,
I am now
welcome to the Brew Crew.
Officially. What do they call themselves? Are they like the Brews?
The Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew. I'm following on all socials right now.
This was so exciting.
Yeah, maybe you could throw out a first pitch.
I need to redeem myself.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Deep in it. All right, I am now a Brewer fan.
All right, I'm pumped. It is cool. Now, how much would you say the biggest fake sun costs? If you were to guess.
Well, I got a question
it's
first.
Gotta be expensive.
do they have? Do they? I assume if you think that there's an artificial sun, that it's not as far as away. It's not as far away as the actual sun, right? So they think it's like relatively close.
Yeah, it would be smaller but closer. So
Yeah.
perspective, it looks the same.
Yep.
So then they're probably flat earthers as well, because flat earthers believe that it's like right there, like we can actually reach it.
I would love to meet the person though that is like heliocentric, that thinks that the Earth is round, but also that there's a fake sun that's millions of miles away.
Yeah.
That we like created the sun in its real size, and then flew that into outer space and dropped it in the middle of the solar system.
I'm on a subreddit right now, a discussion from 7 years ago about this, and they're actually talking about TikTok videos in this. So these guys were early to TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the first guys on there.
This is Kinjack.
Yeah.
Maybe. And they're talking about the fake sun and all this, and one guy says, actually, the whole sky is fake. You are inside a computer projection.
Okay. Well, that would be way easier.
Now we're talking, though. Now
Right.
we're talking.
And then some people are in there like, well, actually, I'm not sure the whole sky is fake. It might just be the sun. This guy said there was once a time I would have scoffed at this.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's great. So this person is saying that everything is a simulation, so they just rewrote like a line of code, and they had a software update.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
just
That
like,
makes more sense, though. That's
They jailbroke the sky.
yeah.
Fuck it, let's make it white.
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I bricked my phone trying to make, instead of saying AT&T in the top left, it was a Charizard. And I broke my fucking phone just to do that.
I had a jailbroken iPod Touch. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think maybe when we're asleep, that's when our brains are doing the software update
I'd love to find out here in about 45 minutes.
for tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the fake sun. The biggest fake sun that we have is
how much?
3.8 million.
That's not
Dollars?
That's
That's
reasonable.
not that much. I can get
No,
a
I was
sun.
going to guess billions.
Arian, you have to buy a sun.
Like,
Imagine the
bro, I
flex.
wanna get the sun, though. What?
Wait, I can have the biggest white sun in the world, and it's only
Oh,
$4
you
million.
broke boys out here buying PlayStation 5s. Not me.
I have the sun.
PlayStation 5's like $400.
This seems right up.
Same.
This seems right up Elon's alley, doesn't it?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, 3.8 million. That's chump change.
He probably has a bigger sun.
He does love having white suns.
Yeah. Can't stop.
Yeah. He's probably paid more for a fake white sun than the biggest white sun in the world.
Yes. His white sun is more expensive than theirs.
Yes, when you take into account, like, I just saw that he paid, what's her name, Ashley St. Clair, like $2.5 million and then $500,000 a year.
That's nothing.
That's, yeah. But
Wait,
also,
I saw a video of her saying that he took away some of that, and then she's selling her Tesla. So I saw
Oh, my
some-
God.
oh no.
Yeah.
That's a nice gig if you can get it, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.5
Oh,
up
you-
front, 500 a year.
Hey, you discovered baby mamas.
Don't get this guy started.
Hey, I'll tell you what, brother. They're out there. They're out there with their golden shovels, family.
How mad would they be if they found out you got the sun?
Oh, you'd be lined up at my door, bro.
There is a conspiracy that NASA is involved in this, and they're hiding the second sun, and some of it goes back to recurring guest, wasn't it? It was I guess Brian Cox.
Pusha T needs to be like, you're hiding the sun. He needs to write a song.
You are hiding the sun.
Big T, do you have any other comment regarding the fake sun?
No, I'm intrigued by it.
If there was a fake sun, I would like for there to be more sunny days.
And so pull it out. If they can control the sun, they can control the rain.
If you can control the weather, let's just have it should just rain at night when everyone's asleep. Right? Then you wake up in the morning, oh, it's 72 again. Or it was maybe Big Sun was designed by these Hollywood libs, and that's why they get 72 degrees and sunny every single day.
Now that's
In that
interesting.
area. Yeah. That's something to think about.
Just have to pay 56% in income tax, and you too can have better weather.
Would you pay money if you could improve the weather in Chicago? Like if there was a tax.
I don't care about weather at all.
You don't care about weather at all?
Like moving here, I was very nervous about it. People were like, it's so cold. It's terrible. It's fine. It's cold for a little longer than it is other places. It's completely fine.
But you wouldn't want like, I don't know. Right now I feel like I'm ready for 75 degrees.
It will come eventually.
And I guess it makes it better when it gets here.
It's just a little
The
bit.
problem with Illinois is you're still paying those taxes and you don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about everything else that you get from the city.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing.
The zoo's free.
Totally.
Have you been to the zoo?
No, I don't do zoos.
Why not?
Nah, I'm with that.
I love
'Cause
zoos.
it's
I want to be a
animal prison.
zookeeper.
Yeah, that's not why. It's just I find them wholly uninteresting.
If I was a wild animal, I think I'd rather have the safety and regular feeding of a zoo.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I'm such a fucking sheep.
Yeah, 100%. That's what the captors.
I
captors
hear,
say.
I hear
the
what you're saying,
colonizers.
though. I get it. If there was, if horses had zoos and they like collected all the other animals and the horses could like walk through and look at you, and they had a human, and you were set up in an environment that like looked like your apartment, kind of, but not really.
No chance of death. I get fed.
But the TV, they put like a TV in your fake apartment, and it's just like a painting of a screen on the TV, so you can't actually watch it.
Yeah,
because they don't understand what makes TV so great.
Just a painting of Kevin spilling the chili.
Yeah, it's like humans love this.
That would be better than most shows on TV right now.
Yeah, isn't this great?
We paid a lot of money for research. This is what humans. This enriches them.
Yeah. They have like a young female child that they put in there with you, and they're like, just wait. Eventually, she'll reach the age of 18, and then at that point, they will procreate.
That's
right. You
right.
just have to like grow up with a.
Two Chinese scientists are trying to get me to. Two Chinese horses are trying to get me to fuck.
Yeah, you're like, no. I
don't wanna.
I don't want her. No. Well, how about this one? They bring in like a 60-year-old, like overweight woman that has to like.
You're
lay
fed.
on
Why
your
aren't you
floor.
fucking her?
Yeah, come on, you love this. But I would if they got it right. I could see myself enjoying a zoo.
If it's just like an apartment outside.
Yeah. You have like a small lawn that you can walk. Like
I guess that would it would be prison.
Yeah, we're talking about prison.
We're talking about prison.
So are y'all going to zoos all the time? It sounds like y'all love the zoo.
Every city I go to the zoo.
Really?
Yeah. I would quit this job now if I was offered a very low-level zookeeping job.
What are your top 3 zoos?
San Diego, Columbus, and then I would have to be the first zoo I ever worked at, the Good Zoo in Wheeling.
Mm-hmm.
What do they got in the Good Zoo?
Pretty much, it's kind of open air, so it's just deer that walk in.
Have you been to Omaha? Here, Omaha has a great zoo.
It's outside.
Yeah,
it's a park. No, the Good Zoo. Yeah.
I enjoy the Kansas City Zoo.
Okay,
that's a really good one. They got a polar bear there. What the fuck is a polar bear doing in Kansas City?
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck, bro? That's
they have a polar bear at the Lincoln Park one.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have
Lincoln
a lion.
Park Zoo is the best of the best.
It's great. I grew up next to this guy who was illegally, not next to, but in the same vicinity of a guy who was illegally collecting jungle cats, bears, and whatnot. And he opened up all their gates and killed himself one day. And I had school canceled for 2 days because of wild animals.
I remember that story.
Yeah, it was right by me.
No shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great prank. Though.
Everybody was so afraid.
Yeah.
The animals killed him?
No, he killed himself after he opened the gates.
Was that like his
he
plan?
shot himself?
Yeah.
Did that have something to do? I remember Pat McAfee talked one time about when he was at West Virginia, there was a bear loose or something.
That would be kind of far.
Okay.
Because this was like right across the river in Ohio.
Yeah, this guy had a bunch
of was this the Zanesville incident?
That was the Zanesville incident, yeah.
Oh, I know the Zanesville incident.
Did you have school canceled?
No, I didn't live that.
Wild Animal Day hits harder than a snow day, I will tell you.
But that was big in Ohio. I didn't realize you lived close to Zanesville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so you're from Ohio?
I'm from West Virginia, but right across the river.
Yeah, it's like the border.
Okay.
But yeah, the Zanesville incident was big.
So he had lions?
He had lions. He had like grizzly bears.
Yeah.
There were like zebras. Yeah. And the thing is, they were so used to, the police had to go, I'd imagine it was probably a fun day for the police. They had to go kill them.
Right? Yeah, they had to kill them all.
You just go hunting.
Because you can't,
They killed zebras?
They killed
I forget,
all of them.
Yeah.
I would show up at the police station and be like, guys, I have played so much Big Buck Hunter.
Yeah.
Safari.
Please.
Like, I've been training my whole life for this.
That would be a fun day as a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fun day.
Do you think they only aim for the black parts of the zebra? Out of habit.
I would love to be a kid on Wild Animal Day. I think kids, you got to go outside. You got to sneak out of the house at some point. Right?
I'm a born pussy. I would not. I stayed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you at least like go to a window?
I did.
Yeah.
And I convinced myself I stole stuff.
What's up?
So the animals that were killed. So Terry Thompson is the guy who died. He set free 50 of his 56 exotic animals before taking his own life.
56?
And shooting himself in the head. The animals confirmed to be dead by local police were 18 Bengal tigers, 6 American black bears,
18?
2 grizzly bears, 2 wolves, 1 Mackay monkey, 1 baboon, 3 mountain lions, and 17 African lions.
Okay, 17 lions.
This guy rocked.
3 leopards, a small grizzly bear, and 2 Salib-crested Mackays were left caged inside Thompson's home. These animals were tranquilized and sent to the Columbus Zoo.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so they just said those were the confirmed killed, so there could still be some.
So, yeah. There were 48 were killed and 56 were...
Did he have like a note? Did he say why he set them free on our civilization?
It says he was a Vietnam War veteran.
Yeah.
It says in years leading up to his death, he went to prison for federal firearm charges, was heavily in debt, and his wife left him.
Probably on account of the
for having
lions.
He had an unregistered machine gun.
What lion does your wife leave you?
Yeah,
Enough lion.
Unregistered. Okay, so kind of a tragic way for his life to end, but this guy had a lot of good days. He was just chilling out in Ohio with like 40 jungle cats and an unregistered machine gun.
Yeah, it says he was a lifelong collector of exotic animals and had acted as an animal handler on Wild Kingdom in 2008.
Oh.
And provided a lion cub to a photo shoot with Heidi Klum.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So he was upset because the Ohio Senate... Oh, no, this is after his death. They had a bill requiring a permit and liability insurance for private owners of dangerous wild animals, and the bill was signed into law in 2012, and owners had to have the permits in place by 2014. They gave him a 2-year grace period.
So was it legal for him to have all those things before he died?
It says Ohio had not regulated exotic animal ownership previously. I don't think Ohio was getting a lot of like African lions. And
no, I don't think so.
I don't think in my suburbs there were any lions or tigers or bears. Oh my!
What is it with Ohio zoos and shooting their animals?
Oh, true.
Wow.
Harambe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, these weren't in a zoo. These were just at some dude's house.
Coming up on 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been a fun time to be there. And you can also scare kids these days and be like, yeah, they say that they never caught all of them.
That's a fun ghost story.
And growing up around athletes, like you see it. Like there are some dudes who can play any sport and do it very well. And there's some dudes who can't. And I would argue that quarterbacks have the lowest. They're just not very good athletes usually.
I think that's changed though.
Yes, the running quarterback has changed that. Like Lamar Jackson's an athlete. Like he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I'd say quarterbacks like Lamar, Jaden, Josh Allen.
Yeah, great athlete.
Amazing athletes. And back in the day, it was like, okay, you could just be kind of a baseball player playing football.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Aaron, before we go, give me your thoughts on the NBA playoffs. Who do you like?
Talking about who do I like? That's a stupid question, Eric.
Did you see you scored 27 last night?
No, I've been checked out, man.
DK, we finally gave him some PT. Got in there and lit it up. I think he had 8 threes.
I watched a few Laker games a while back, like a week ago. They look good. And so, Eric, to answer your question.
Yeah, it's Patrick. My name's Patrick, but go ahead.
Your name is Patrick.
That's what Dicky V called me.
Why did he call you Patrick?
I don't know. He started off calling me PDF, and then he called me PTF, and then he just decided it's probably Patrick, so I'll just go with Patrick.
Dick Vitale?
Yeah, we interviewed him last week on Part of My Take, and he was
That
just
fucking guy. Did I tell you about me and him?
no, I don't think so.
He called me a prostitute.
What?
I was not expecting that.
Okay. Wait, so he called a prostitute for you?
No.
He referred
He's
to
like-
you as one.
He's like, this guy, it's unbelievable, baby. You're
You
gonna
should
see
play
this,
for Rick Pitino.
you're gonna see this girl, and you're gonna say, "Are you serious?"
You know, he called me a prostitute. Mad random, dog. When I was in the league, and it came out, and I did that documentary about college football and how we used to take money under the
Yeah.
table, and so for some reason it blew people's minds that college athletes were taking money under the table, and so he was like, he tweeted it. I'm pretty sure you can find this tweet. Unless he deleted it, but he tweeted. He's like, "Oh, you took money for play or something like that." He's like, "Does that make you a prostitute?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You're a prostitute." And so I retweeted him. I said, "Okay." I said, "You make money off of 18-year-olds. Does that make you a pimp?"
It says
Yeah.
he's since apologized.
To his credit, he did apologize.
He did apologize, but I feel like that was a PR move. That's some Bryson DeChambeau PR move shit.
He replied to a Greg Doyle tweet. Who Greg Doyle? Do you know who that is? PFT.
Yeah, he had an all-time article yesterday.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's a little bit of a he's an odd guy.
Yep.
Greg Doyle tweeted, Arian Foster said he got paid on the side at Tennessee. Doesn't say who, but does say why, and it's compelling. And then links to, I guess, an article he wrote. Dick Vitale responded and said, when they put their hand out like a prostitute and take it, they don't say a word, moaning years later. Sad. Yeah. It reads like a Trump tweet.
Yeah, thanks.
Equals sad.
Sad.
And then he tweeted the next day, I apologize if it offended you that I use prostitute for athletes taking cash at some guy. Made a great point about NCAA rules at term illegal.
And then he had another tweet. My wife agrees with you that prostitute was a bad term to use. I was upset when reading tweet from Greg Doyle about Foster getting cash. And then Philip Fitzpatrick said, no problem with the use of the word from my viewpoint. And then Dick Vitale said, thanks, Phil.
Yeah. Old guy getting paid to talk about 18-year-olds. Mad when 18-year-olds take money.
I mean, it's a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
Silly ass. Yeah.
Okay, so you like the Lakers is what you're telling me.
100%, dog. You already know what it is.
You hooker. I can't trust a word that comes out of your whore mouth.
Call the prostitute for you.
This is cinnamon, baby.
This is unbelievable. This is Gertrude. She's a diaper dandy.
Aaron, if UT was paying you approximately $2 million a year, you think you would have been okay with that?
If YouTube?
UT. Did I say YouTube?
No, I mean that's what I heard. I could have been wrong. Yeah, I'm from a different ilk, dog. Like I didn't grow up with shit. So you pay me. I'm not finna negotiate like that in college. In the pros that makes more sense, but in college, like it's like if you getting that much amount of bread, yeah, no, I'm not going back to the table though. It's just,
I would like to know who the highest paid running back in the country is, because quarterbacks are getting some pretty crazy numbers right now. Receivers too. I'd be curious to know what the top running backs are making.
Hey, where could Slaughter to go? For Boise State,
like top 15-ish.
Yeah, good for him, man. Yeah,
he's a beast.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. From Dicky V, September 20th, 2013. Let me explain my tweet. I feel players should be paid, but the rules say no. If a player takes cash, he is selling his body. Define that. Well,
take that.
Define it.
Define it.
What's different?
I bet that shit hit so hard if you're a fucking moron. that shit probably slapped in his head.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad he apologized.
Yeah, all is well in Whoville.
We all have bad takes.
It's a good documentary. Schooled the price of college sports.
It's a great documentary.
I've seen it a time or two. I think I wrote a paper about that in school.
Did you really?
I believe so.
Did you call him a prostitute?
I don't recall. I don't think so. I feel like I would have gotten in trouble for that.
If you did, would you apologize for it?
Yeah, I would.
I would stand by my words. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I guess you stand on business.
I'm a man of conviction.
Yeah.
Arian Foster Marathon, Schooled, Draft Day, Baywatch.
Yeah.
Draft Day's on Netflix. I don't remember if we said that or not. But
Is it? Oh, y'all check out. Running the numbers up, baby, because I get the same residuals. I think last year I got $150.
Wow.
Really? That's not bad.
Surprised it's that much.
Every residual check I see of somebody on TikTok, it's for like 9 cents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I for Hawaii 5-0 every now and then I still get like $2, $3. Like, yeah,
I love that.
Do you cash those?
It's direct deposit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is this my first episode since I pissed out the kidney stone?
Oh my God, it is.
I think it is. Yeah, I don't think I
Congrats.
updated you guys on that. Yeah, pissed it out. Felt great immediately.
Love that.
Yeah, the peeing out was the easy part.
Can I ask something? Did you like put your hand in your toilet?
No, I used a spoon.
Oh.
A slotted spoon.
I had
to extract
back in the.
I washed it.
Did you throw the spoon away?
I washed the spoon.
That gets troll. You threw it.
The spoon was in my piss for 10 seconds tops.
That's a lot of time to spend in piss.
Never eating at your house, bro.
I washed it. I washed it with very hot water and a lot of soap. I washed it all over. Every inch of that spoon is
principle.
clean.
You pissed on a spoon. For all those who are visiting your house, this is a message to them. This has nothing to do with you. If you eat there, it's a possibility that you have the spoon that scooped out a urine stone.
Yes.
That is kind of
that
nuts.
information what you may.
No pun intended.
Okay, well, listen, I washed it with very hot water. Very hot water. Soap, a lot of soap.
Not even in the dishwasher?
No, my dishwasher's broken. That's a different story.
Okay.
But very hot water and soap, and it's totally fine. I even soaked it.
It does seem to bear repeating. You are rich.
Big T.
It's not like this is. There's no issue in you could throw out every spoon you have every 3 months and buy completely new spoons.
You could have let that shit mellow in the toilet while you Ubered some plastic spoons from the convenience store.
I just want to get it out.
Now it's in the mix with all your regular spoons, and now you don't even know which spoon it is.
Yeah, now they're touched.
I know exactly which spoon it is because if you heard me, it's a slotted spoon and it's a serving spoon. I know exactly.
So it touches all the food.
What are you doing?
It's a giant spoon. I used a big
That's
slotted
worse.
spoon. It's not like a cereal spoon. It's not like you're playing spoon roulette when you come over.
Have you used that spoon when people are at your house?
In the past, yes, I have. But I had to get it out, and it was the best. I didn't want to be scooping out a big thing of piss. The slotted spoon was the right tool for the job.
Next time I'm going to your house, I'm going to have all my own utensils. Serving utensils, eating utensils, cups. There's no telling what's going on, bro.
Listen,
it's ridiculous.
I may be rich now. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Right.
I'm a child of coming up.
You got to die with a
frugally.
pissy one in it.
I was just going to say you're going to die with a piss spoon, though. And it's clearly, Arian, here's the problem. It's not that he has the piss spoon. It's that he wants to. Because there's nothing precluding him from getting rid of the piss spoon and getting a new one.
Time.
Unreal.
Time. What do you mean
I
time?
want to go to the store and buy another spoon.
Brother, you could have it ordered to your house tonight.
Before you get there.
It
you
could
can have
beat you home.
But that spoon means something to me now.
Right.
It's part of the journey.
That's what we're saying. You want it. You want the piss spoon. And you want other people to have the piss spoon too. That's the sick part.
In a glass case and put it over your bed. Do not feed the humans that are coming to have a good time with the pissy spoon, fam. This is crazy talk.
So because the spoon touched a toilet that had piss in it, it's not like it was pure piss in the toilet. It was water. I didn't flush.
No, water down this guy's.
The piss was diluted, Harry, and you don't understand.
because it touched piss.
Crazy.
Because it touched piss for 10 seconds.
Yes.
Then I
yes. The answer to your question is yes.
Yes.
Piss is sterile. Got you there.
Okay, fucking
got you there.
Ball, head ass. Dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Shut up. It's gross, bro. Nobody wants to. Come on, man. So when you serve mashed potatoes, not an ounce of you's gonna be like, this shit was in the toilet.
I'm not gonna use a slotted spoon for the mashed potatoes.
Duh.
That's the wrong tool.
Duh.
What dish is served with the spoon that you use to fish out your little pissy ball?
That's a good question. Possibly lasagna. I could see cutting into a lasagna with it.
That's great.
Maybe potato salad.
Oh no, you scoop
Pasta,
lasagna? You
pasta salad.
A spatula?
Yeah, you could
That's
use a
even
spatula.
weirder.
You could use a spatula, but I could see myself like if it was there digging into lasagna if I didn't have a spatula at hand. I would say like pasta
If we have
salad,
any
potato
Italians-
salad, mac and
We have any
cheese.
Italian macrodosians out there? Shame this man for not using a spatula for lasagna. You
Okay,
gotta
so
cut that thing in squares, bro. You just scooping the lasagna out. That you have many egregious takes in the last 5 minutes.
I
bro.
used the
That's
spatula
just-
to pick up Blake's stool sample to take to the vet. So that's got its own tool.
I bet you.
Yeah,
do.
that doesn't sound like a joke now.
You're probably spanking with spatulas and everything. and
No.
then eat Cheerios with it. It's just the whole thing is weird, though.
I'm walking inside with this poop on the spatula, flipping it like a pancake, like a flapjack.
Yeah.
All right,
you're
whatever.
deflecting. Throw the
Whatever.
spoon away.
Yeah,
Throw
I used the spoon.
away.
The spoon touched piss for 10 seconds, and now it's never going to touch piss again. It was
Grow up, Arian. Grow up.
that spoon and I have a connection now.
Obviously.
Whatever. Grow up. I had to get the stone out though because I got to take it to the urologist so they can scan it and tell me what's causing the kidney stones. That's the only way they can know.
Fair take.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you for digging it out. I'm mad at you for subsequent actions.
But I feel like $1 million now. The second it left my body, I was just light as a feather. I was pumped.
So explain it. So once I don't know anything about kidney stones. Once it passes, you it's over, or
Yeah.
is it going to develop again? Or
No, I have multiple. I don't know. They didn't tell me. That's the fucked up part is they didn't tell me how many I had. On the readout from the CAT scan, they just said multiple kidney stones. And the first time I went, like 6 years ago, when they looked at the MRI or CAT scan or whatever they did to me back then, the doctor came back in and I think she said 13 kidney stones. But they're not, a lot of them were very, very small, so I might not even notice them. But this one I noticed. This one reared its ugly head.
So when you get diagnosed with kidney stones, they say, okay, you have a certain amount of stones, and you're going to end up passing them. They just don't know when it's going to come.
Well, some you would pass and not even know. They're that small. They can get down to like fractions of a millimeter, I guess, and you wouldn't even notice one of those if it was passing. But then once they reach a certain point, then you can feel it, and you might pass them at some point, but you also might never pass them again. Like they might just stay in your body. But once one decides to take that little trip and get on the log flume and go down from the kidney to the bladder, you are in a world of hurt.
So you can feel it the entire time?
Not the entire time. I felt it really bad for about, I'm going to say 8 to 12 hours. Like some of the worst pain in my life.
So you can feel it leaving the kidney going to the bladder?
Yeah, but you don't necessarily, it's not like you can pinpoint the location in your body that you can feel. Like the first time I had him, my lower back on my left side started to hurt really, really bad. And I had no idea what was going on. It felt like a weird cramp at first. And then it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it's just like a tremendous amount of pain until you piss it out. This one was just like my nut hurt. I don't know why, but I thought that my nut was about to explode. So,
damn.
Yeah, and it wasn't even, the stone is never in that location. It was like inside my body somewhere. But for whatever reason, it just felt like my balls were about to fall off. So that sucked.
So how do you get them? Is it just part of the luck of the draw? Or how does one develop a kidney stone?
Luck of the draw. And I guess your body can process certain things better than others, depending on person to person. Also, I would venture that I eat a lot of salt. I eat a lot of sodium. So it might have something to do with that, but we're going to find out once they analyze this motherfucker.
Is there any way you overdosed on gumbo and that may have led to your downfall?
Shit. You know what? The timeline probably adds up on that.
I don't know how long it takes for a kidney stone to like develop, but there are evidence-based claims.
There are.
I just had an epiphany.
This is how bad I eat. This is how poor my diet is sometimes, that It literally did not occur to me that it might have been the 16 gumbos that I ate in a week in a row that might have had something to do with it, with a stone that gets formed in your body because of an excess of sodium. Like that week didn't jump out to me as an outlier of being like, has there been anything different about your diet? No, not that I can think of.
16 gumbo.
I've been eating like pretty regularly. No, I had 16 gumbos in a row.
Like 2 months ago.
Fuck, you're probably right. They're going to pull it out. They're going to be like, it's actually just a crawfish shell. I had no idea how that got there, Doc.
You want to do a voice now?
Yep. Fuck, Mad Dog's right.
Sorry.
No, I'm kind of relieved. Maybe it's not my shitty diet. Maybe it's just
that one time.
Well, it is my shitty diet, but just that one choice.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It definitely is.
It's not like you're always eating 16 gumbo.
Yeah, I'm moderate with my gumbo intake. Yo, what's up? Arian, I got a quick surprise for you.
Hey, Arian, I heard that shot you took of me in the last week. That wasn't nice.
I can't see who this is. I see.
Christian, this is Big T.
Good to meet you.
I heard that shot you took of me last week. That wasn't nice.
What shot?
You're like, top cat or something. It's like, guy who's at the top. I don't know. We can talk about it later. Here.
Top cat?
Oh. Yeah, that wasn't to you.
Like that.
He said it wasn't to you.
Yeah, it wasn't to me.
I was talking about Big Cat. I'm surprised nobody caught that, by the way.
What's up, man?
How's it going, Big T? How's it going? Good to meet you.
PFT. Nice to meet you. Have a seat here. I got a little surprise for Arian.
Nice.
Arian, you've recently become a dedicated, diehard Milwaukee Brewers fan.
These are facts.
It's an interesting hat that you're wearing today.
This headphones kicking my ass right
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's why. Well, this is I just came off I went to the Kendrick concert, so I was just repping.
Okay, well, it's interesting we're in a Dodgers hat because I wanted to bring a surprise for you. This is Christian Yelich.
Oh shit! What's poppin', my guy? I'm sorry I don't do the face thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm new to this, not true to this. What's up, baby?
What's up, dude? Thanks for sticking with us after we got smoked in New York when you had your newfound Brewers fandom, you know?
Hey, it's a long season, baby. We're gonna be all right.
You ain't lying.
Arian, why aren't you wearing a Brewers hat though? He did go out and he bought like thousands of dollars worth of Brewers gear the second he decided that he was going to be diehard Brewers fan.
I'm sure they would have sent you some stuff.
Oh, they did. I bought him
a
jersey. Then he spent like $3,000. Then the Brewers sent him a bunch of free stuff. He's got everything.
Yeah, no, that's not. This is actually wild that y'all. Why would you tell me, dog?
I was about to, and I told him to let it happen.
You should probably swap hats, family. See, y'all don't love me like that.
He started to. I stopped him.
Big T talked me down from it. Yeah. Do you have any questions about the Brewers?
We got Sal and Bryce here too.
Sal and Bryce are here too.
What's up, Aaron?
That's what's up with y'all, man. Nah, man. You know I know how it is being a professional athlete. So y'all just keep rocking, man. You had a fan of me. I be watching on my phone, dog. Like when I'm out my crib.
That's what's up. We got to do you proud, man.
I'm still learning the game though. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up watching baseball. Congratulations, man. I think the Grand Slam you hit the other day.
Yeah. We play a chaotic version of baseball, so we're a fun team to watch. You never know what's gonna happen.
Jimmy,
tips? Scrappy. Y'all are scrappy. I love it.
Any tips for Arian as a fan for how he can be a better Brewers fan? Are you gonna throw out a first pitch?
Yeah, against San Diego?
No, it's against the Braves.
Oh, the Braves. Okay, against the Braves. Okay, yeah.
In Atlanta or Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. June.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
Any tips for him besides maybe
don't bounce it, dude.
Don't bounce it
all the way.
Yeah, we had a rough one last year in San Diego.
I don't go talk about that. Not in front of company, Big T.
It wasn't good.
And maybe wear a Brewers hat when you're throwing out the first pitch.
See, that's fucked up, dog. This is a bad look, and it's y'all's fault.
We didn't wear the hat.
They set you up for failure, man.
Dog. It's like I'm new to baseball. I was like, I got my squad. I've watched probably 15 games front to back, right? And like you know what I'm saying? And they don't tell me I got a Dodger. Y'all are bugging. That's fucked up. It's cool.
Do you have cool. So which is the coach on the team that you're friends with?
Julio. He's the first base coach.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you know Julio.
Yeah, that's my dog. I went to college with him.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
so a good dude, man.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, UT.
All right. Well, I just wanted to introduce you, especially since Arian wasn't wearing the proper hat. I thought that would be a good thing.
Up. I need 30 seconds.
I'll say this: he is a diehard fan, though. Like every single show we open up, he just starts talking to me about the Brewers and what the Brewers did. So he's at least committed to the fact that this is his team now. You guys have great merch that he loves to wear all the time. You caught him on a bad day.
I got a Brewers hat sitting on my stand over there.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
I've been in here for 5 minutes. You ain't changed it.
Good point.
I ain't get doing all that. You know what I mean?
I don't put on a Detroit Tigers hat if I'm going to see a Kid Rock concert. I ride or die with my Nats.
Well, listen, I'm from San Diego, and you know Kendrick is my favorite artist of all time, and so my pops is from LA. All my family from LA. Like there's a cultural connection here. I didn't know y'all was bringing my mans. I would have never worn it. It's all good.
Are we all good here? Or are you okay with Arian?
We'll let it slide.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. We're gonna chop it up when I go down to the walk. Is that what y'all call it? What do y'all call Milwaukee?
Now it's called the walk.
Now it is. For sure.
On the walk, yeah. When I go down to the walk, we gonna chop. We'll kick it, man.
That sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
when
man,
you call
looking
it the
forward
walk.
to it.
Yeah.
My dog. Y'all keep rocking, man.
Yeah, man. You too.
All right, appreciate you guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks for just popping in. Christian, we'll talk in a little bit.
We got some stuff to talk about.
How's the swing feeling?
Dangerous.
I don't like that.
He just hit a grand slam, bro.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh wait, what are you talking about?
He said my swing's feeling dangerous, home run derby worthy.
Yeah, you're gonna be licking some ass.
Not licking, eating.
You're gonna be eating some yum cat booty.
So wait, what did you call Big Cat, and what was this from?
No, so I mean, it was. I don't remember the context of the thing, but you had said something. I don't remember the context, but basically it was like you were. God, I can't remember. I couldn't believe he caught that because nobody caught the joke. And I was like, don't worry about it. But
Yeah,
I wasn't talking. I was talking about Big Cat and how you were like afraid of Big Cat or something like that, something stupid. But I forget the context of what it was. I can't. So he actually listens to this show then.
Was it in a clip?
Yeah,
No,
I don't
we
think
used it in a
so.
clip.
Or maybe somebody sent it to him. I don't know.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
I would be surprised if Big Cat listened to this show. I think Big Cat consumes a lot of clips. I don't think.
No, I know he didn't. I said like, I thought this is what it was. No, I don't remember the context, but I was like something about big cats because we were talking about big dogs, and it was something about hierarchy, and it made the joke made sense, but none of y'all caught it, so I was like, fuck it, move on.
Oh, it's when you were talking about how the world needs bigger dogs.
Yeah, and then I forgot what you said, but it was alluding to how like the hierarchy of the thing. And I'm like, are you afraid of big cats? And you're like, what do you mean? Something like that.
I do recall this.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, well, you guys have to settle your beef.
Which I don't know why he would think it was about him.
I mean, you can see how putting Big Cat together.
Christian Yelich?
No, Dan.
Was he there too? I couldn't.
Yes,
that was him.
Yes, he's the one who said that.
Well, then that was a shot to PFT. All I could see was Christian. Y'all gotta tell me who's in the room, B.
I figured you could tell the difference in voice.
No, I mean.
No, yeah, that was Dan that said that.
Damn. I said what's up. I didn't know that was him.
Arian, also, yeah, we probably should have told you that you should change your. I tried to. If you go back,
you agreed.
And you re-listen.
You agreed.
I tried to. I stopped. I said you should maybe change, and then Big T was like, nope. And then I looked at Big T and I was like, yeah, you're right.
That's dirty.
Because I was right.
But my initial thought was to be a good friend.
You know what's crazy? It's my first baseball fan moment. You know what I'm saying? Well,
You know, I should have maybe taken that a little more into account.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is I've never been anytime I'm a fan, I've never like met like anybody who I was like a fan of, right? Because like, except for Kobe, right? And that's Kobe though. But other than that, like, I just let them, it is what it is. That was my first time meeting somebody who I watch on a regular basis, and y'all let me go out like that. That's fucked up. Bro.
I should have maybe taken that a little more into consideration. I still think I would have made the same choice
for the content,
but I would have been more cognizant of that.
Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
You said you got one right there. You should have changed.
It's all the way. It's over there.
It's on the other side of the room, Big T.
You know what I'm saying? I still got rep for the coast, but
They could tell though when you were like, "Oh, the grand slam you hit." Like they knew. Yeah, we mentioned it. The Mike Patrick did pass away a couple weeks ago. The infamous philosophy store announcer.
Man.
Good announcer though.
Yeah,
really good.
Top 10.
Yeah, I mean he did all the big college football games when I was a kid, so he was always.
Give me your top 5.
That's interesting. Okay, so I've always thought Chris Fowler does a great job. I'm not saying he's number one. I'm just listing guys that I really like. I enjoy Chris Fowler.
I gotta look. I don't even know who that is.
He's ESPN's main college football guy right now.
Okay.
Who's the Sean McDonough? I think Sean McDonough is fantastic. I enjoy Mike Tirico.
Okay.
I'm trying to think more NFL. I don't love. This is maybe heresy. I don't love a lot of the old NFL guys right now, like Al Michaels. I'm not a huge fan.
I can see that. I mean, I don't have a problem with
Does
him,
have one of the most iconic calls of all time. Respect, Miracle on Ice.
Okay.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That might be the greatest call ever. Do you believe in miracles? Who else is doing the NFL right now?
You know who I've grown to love? Troy Aikman.
Okay, so you're doing analyst too. I was thinking just play-by-play guys.
Troy Aikman is a play-by-play guy.
He's an analyst.
All right, what's the difference?
Play-by-play guy is it's 3rd and 5. Mahomes drops back. Analyst, it comes in after the play and is like, see here, Tyreek Hill came off his flag route, and that's.
I've never differentiated them. Like,
they're completely different jobs.
So you telling me there's positions in the booth?
All right, Arian, let me.
It's crazy.
Let me ask you this. This is good. This is good. This is a teaching moment. Have you ever noticed that in every booth there is one like Hall of Fame player, and then there's a guy who went to like Northwestern journalism school? The guy who went to Northwestern, Syracuse, or Missouri went to college to be an announcer. He's the play-by-play guy. And then the football player is the analyst who breaks down what's going on.
You know what? I have never noticed this before.
That is so funny. I guess like when you were playing, you weren't. Yeah, you couldn't hear.
I mean, I've watched football my whole life. I never looked at it like there's a guy who does every play, and then you're right. There's a dude that chimes in afterwards. It's 3rd and 10, blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, 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 first down, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, man, right here, though. They're going to line up. Okay. Yeah, I never have looked at it like, okay, they play in a position. I just thought like, oh, he's probably a little better at it, so he takes the lead.
No, yeah, they're completely separate jobs.
Wow.
Baseball, same thing.
Okay, so Pat.
Yeah.
Pat, forget his name. And John Madden, the dude with John Summerall. So John Madden wasn't a play-by-play guy.
Correct.
Oh, that kind of breaks my heart because I look at him in that vein. Wow.
Well, Pat Summerall also played football. So I believe Madden was the analyst though.
Had to be because he was a coach, right?
Yeah, I believe he was the analyst.
I'm surprised he's not in your top 5 though.
He wasn't around for me. Like I never listened to him.
Oh, you don't know. He probably has one of the most iconic voices of all time.
Yeah, I know of him, but I never really listened to him. Yeah, he was an analyst.
Wow. Yeah, this is news to me.
I'd have to put together Joe Buck. People hated Joe Buck for a while, especially doing baseball. I think Joe Buck's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love Joe Buck. Yeah,
I don't like Tony Romo.
Yeah, so because I was about to say Tony Romo's on the rise too.
He's always just like yelling about things.
Joe Buck has one of my favorite baseball calls ever. We'll see you later tonight during the 2004 ALCS when David Ortiz hit a walk-off at like after midnight, and his dad's famous call. Why am I blanking on Joe Buck's dad's name? Jack Buck was an announcer for the Cardinals, and his famous call was "We'll see you tomorrow night." And he said, we'll see you later tonight because the walk-off happened after midnight, and then the Red Sox went on to win that series. That's an iconic call. I caught the very, very, very tail end of the Braves on TBS crew. So like Joe Simpson, Pete Van Wieren, Skip Carey. So I didn't get that's you should look up like Braves TBS broadcast crew. That was an iconic group.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd have to come up with a list for you. That's a good question.
Okay.
But I'm glad we taught you something new today.
Yeah, hey, I love learning new shit, man. Let's see. I would definitely do Marv Albert. This is my top 5. Marv Albert. So I don't get John Madden?
No, you can do whoever you want. I was just in my mind the question you asked was play-by-play guys, but you can put whoever.
All right, we're just gonna do announcers though.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was positions.
Commentators.
I just asked who's your favorite quarterback all time, and yeah, I was giving you running backs. I got you. Okay.
No, they're
similar
both announcers.
enough.
Yeah. They have different roles.
I got you. All right. I got Marv Albert. It's a sensational one. That's one of my goats right there.
That actually wasn't a bad Marv Albert.
It's not bad, right? He did that to me. I was so hyped when I watched the TV cast back. We were playing Tampa Bay, and I caught a little flat route with like 70 plus. And he said, Arian Foster with a sensational move. I said, ooh, that's a little kid's dream, because he did the same shit with Michael Jordan when he did the switch of the hands. Iconic, if you don't know. But he said that when I was playing. So maybe.
I didn't know he did the NFL.
Yeah.
I've always just known him for basketball.
Yeah. So I'll see if I can get the TV copy of that. Oh, we can't play it on the podcast. But yeah, Tampa Bay 2011. I had a sensational move. Shout out to Buddy. All right, so I got Marv Albert. Give me John Madden. Who's Buddy? He did college football. This is probably before your time, but it was he did that. Whoa, Nelly.
You are talking about. Hang on, he did the Vince Young Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
His name is. Oh, why can't I think of his name? Hang on, Google it and don't tell me what this is. You are looking live. That was his thing. What? Keith Jackson. Jackson is his name.
Yes. Keith Jackson, Bo Nelly guy. Hell yeah. So I got Marv Albert, John Madden, Keith Jackson. I'm gonna go with Gus Johnson. Love Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson. And number 5, even though he called me a prostitute, I'm gonna go with Dick Vitale.
Oh my God.
I mean, he made college basketball when I was growing up. Like,
yeah, iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that would be my top 5. Diaper Dandy.
As good as your Marv Albert was, that's a bad Dick Vitale.
I'm sorry, man. But fuck him though. But not really. But like, fuck what he did. You know what I mean?
Arian Foster, he's a prostitute, baby. up and away.
That's funny, man. Oh shit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to your top 5, dogs.
Yeah, I just have to think about it more, especially like national guys versus local. Like,
no, whoever has a nice little house in your heart, man. That's all that matters.
Okay,
they're local.
All right, yeah.
Because there's a dude that I loved here in Houston, Mark Vanderjack. Is it Mark Vanderjack? I don't want to butcher his name because that's my guy. I always run into him throughout the city. Vandermeer. Shit, my bad. Sorry, Mark. Mark Vandermeer. That's my dude. He's like the voice of the Texans, like a radio guy, and amazing.
I love the Falcons radio announcer Wes Durham, who also he does some national stuff now. He also used to be the Georgia Tech radio guy. He's very, very good.
Yeah. Local guys are like the beat writers and stuff like that. They're like the unsung heroes of sports. They shout out to them. They kind of they're like the lifeblood of that shit.
And then obviously you know who John Ward is, right?
John Ward.
A
Bad
little
with names,
before
better with faces.
A little before our time. He was UT's radio guy for like 40 years. And he retired in like 99, I think.
Who was there? Who's the guy? Voice of the Vols. What is his name? I'm hearing his voice.
So you're talking. So Bob Kessling has been the guy since John Ward.
Is it Kessling? Let's see.
And he actually just retired like a few weeks ago. And now the new voice of the Vols is Mike Keith, who's been the Titans guy, who's very good and was like an understudy of John Ward.
Okay.
And he took the Titans job. Mike Keith took the Titans job like a few weeks before John Ward retired, and he told UT, like, please don't ask me to take that job because I won't be able to say no, but I've already like committed to the Titans. And so he was the voice of the Titans for their whole franchise, and now he's coming back to UT. He's the man.
Yep, I remember this dude, Bob Kessling. He was always good to me.
Just retired.
Hope you're doing well, Bob. Think he stays in Knoxville?
I would imagine so. He's a UT guy.
Yeah. Wonder if I'm gonna get back to a game this year.
Okay, one last thing. I've been accused of stealing Big T's thing.
Yeah.
Pause.
I got accused of stealing his thing. So I want to talk to you about it, Big T.
Okay.
Are you upset with me that I purchased a power washer?
No, I think it's great.
You grow the game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I'd love to come help you at some point if you need.
Is this good for power washing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Went out. I actually rented a power washer about, I'm gonna say, a year ago, and the guy at Home Depot was like, I don't know if you know how to use this thing. He was really talking down to me about it. I was like, dude, I know how to use it. He's like, you'll definitely not have it back here in time. I was like, man, I just need the power washer for a couple hours. I'll bring it back. He was like judging me, thinking I couldn't handle the power washer. And so I power washed for the first time last year, and I thought to myself, God damn, this is awesome. I love power washing. I'm going to buy one. Well, this last weekend, I finally put action to it. I went to Home Depot, picked up a power washer, took it home, and holy shit, is it the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good. I'm so glad I bought one. Then I put some videos up online. I think by and large, the power washing community has been pretty welcoming. They're kind of like Big T, like excited to have you on board.
I saw a couple detractors, but yeah.
There were a couple detractors.
What were they saying? Why? How could you hate on a man power washing his own shit?
Well, he got an electric.
Yeah, they say, is that even really a power washer? That's electric.
Soy boy power washer.
Mm-hmm.
One guy was like, I would hide that thing for when my friends come over. Like, that's embarrassing. Got to get a gas one. I had a lot of people that were hating on my nozzle, saying that my nozzle wasn't high powered enough, that my stream was weak. I think you can ask Ed Sheeran, and he'll vehemently deny that. But there were a lot of people that were like, questioning my manhood because of my choice of power washer. And I got to be honest, the very first thing that I thought after I brought it home and I started power washing my deck, I was like, man, I kind of want to take this back and get a more powerful one. Not because like I need it, just because like, what if it was twice as strong as the one that I have right now? How cool would that be?
You sent the video to the group chat, and I was like, yo, I started looking at power washers when you said it, because that shit looks so fun. But I'm like, how often do I need to power wash? And like what I don't know what kind. I got inundated with all these what ifs, and I just stopped.
The thing about power washers, I can already tell you, you'll find stuff.
Yep.
You'll find stuff to power wash. I'm thinking about power washing my grill maybe when I get home today. You can use one of the attachments and power wash a car. Got to be careful with that one, because if you have the stream too hard, it'll take the paint right off it. I'm going to power wash my steps. I'm going to power wash my deck.
I actually do need to power wash my deck if you want to make a road trip.
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Okay. Yeah, it needs it.
I'm going to be like that guy that goes around with a lawnmower that sees people. Yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
SB mowing.
That guy rocks.
Love that guy, dog.
He's the best.
People are trying to get him in trouble.
He does power washing too.
He does a power washing
he does
episode,
both.
or channel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he
Wait,
needs...
people are mad at him, Big T?
You know what? I'll send this clip to him. Clip this to him. I want to volunteer, because I think it's in Texas. I want to volunteer on one of his little missions. I would help you clean up the yard, dog. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
We'll do that shit.
No, people aren't mad at him. He's just had a couple videos recently where like the cops came and they were like, you can't do this. And he's like, well, she owns the house and she told me I could.
Right.
They're like, you can't.
What?
And they threatened to arrest him.
Oh.
You can't mow this lawn?
That's silly.
We're talking about the guy who goes up to people and does their shit for free, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that guy. SB mowing.
I will. I've just started noticing things around town where I'm like, I'm going to. I might bring the power washer out there. Like I was looking at the steps of the office today. Well, I might bring it to the office.
Bring it to the office one day, and then can we go to my apartment? Because they washed our windows recently, and they left a bunch of dirt and shit on my deck.
Oh, dude, I'll take care of that in like 2 minutes.
That'd be great.
It'll be awesome. One thing I also did, maybe intentionally in the videos that I put out, missed a spot.
Love that.
And then some people got really mad about that.
You know what you need to do? You need to go back to the steak pictures and do a black and white video of the power wash.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Well, would that make it pop more?
Maybe.
Yeah, I should put like a really shitty filter on there.
Yeah.
Or like have effects so that the screen's all distorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would irritate people up. And yeah, I'm thinking about everything I could power wash in my life.
You need you need to get a wider nozzle.
I do. So I have a wider nozzle.
Oh, you have one?
I actually bought 2 attachments with it.
Okay.
Everybody was telling me what I need to get for it. I have a variable attachment where I can go 25 degrees, 40 degrees, or 0 degrees. 0 degrees is like a laser.
Yeah.
Like that thing could cut a toe off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I've got that nozzle. Then I've got a separate nozzle that I can put on it. I forget how many degrees that is. And then I bought the floor cleaning attachment.
Nice.
That everyone was telling me I need to get the little circle thing that goes at the end, and it looks like a vacuum or a Roomba that you use. Man, this thing is awesome. Did my patio on Saturday. The thing is sparkling white right now. It kind of grosses you out though, because you don't realize how dirty some of your stuff is until you clean it.
You see how it could be a fun video game.
It could be a very fun video game. Do you like when you're doing sidewalks? Do you like when you hit the crevasse?
Yeah.
The crack in the sidewalk, and then all the stuff comes out?
Oh, it doesn't do that on the game, but...
Oh, it's pretty good. So what's the biggest job you've done in the video game?
There's like this gigantic temple. I think it's the last level. And it was a days long job.
That rocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody else here in the office needs power washing done, happy to help. I think some people in this office might need that. Annika asked me if anybody could get power washed. I'm just guessing who she was referring to. I don't think it'll take care of everything. Hey, do you guys know when we're announcing the Rough and Rowdy? Have you heard anything about that?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess you just did, though.
No. I didn't say anything, nothing new.
Okay.
I'll just say this. When I heard who was fighting at the next Rough and Rowdy, I could not believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like...
It is a wild matchup.
Is it just
you gonna tell us?
Is it just an inside barstool thing or like a mainstream?
No, it expands outside of the Barstool universe. Yes, it does.
Okay.
You gonna tell us?
I can't say anything. I don't know when they're announcing it.
What the fuck?
Well,
Why
don't you tell us and we'll cut it?
Let me see when we're announcing it.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, here's the thing. This podcast is
actually gonna get mad at you.
This podcast is filled with a lot of gossipers, a lot of chatterboxes on this show.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, a lot of chatterboxes.
Well,
I think I already know who it is.
I agree, so text it to me.
Okay.
Text
I agree.
Yeah, Aaron, you understand what I'm saying. These three?
Crazy.
No. It's these two, and then they tell me. I don't know anything until they tell me. I'm the last to find out everything. That's why they have to tell me everything.
You said it's these two, and they tell me.
but Arian, I'm not. I don't. I'm the end user of all the office gossip. I find out after everyone.
You like it though, Big.
No, yes, I do, but I don't engage in it. I don't go tell other people.
Don't take it. It's them two, and they tell me.
I'm the last one to know.
I'm an unwilling participant.
No, I'm a willing participant, but I don't engage. I don't go tell other people.
He isn't. You know what he's doing is he isn't bringing us information to the table.
Arian just saw it.
That's fucking crazy.
You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. This is bullshit.
Oh, man. That's wild.
Oh, you texted Arian?
I did text. Is that a crazy
This is a
matchup?
crock of shit. I'm getting punished for the actions of others.
I don't tell other people. I tell Big T.
It is an absolutely insane, bonkers matchup. Like, never in a infinity years, the simulation would never have come up with this matchup. But it's bizarre and it makes no sense. But it's happening.
I had a guess, but until you said it expands outside of Barstool.
Oh yeah, and both people are outside of Barstool.
Both.
Yeah, yes.
You gotta tell me. This is.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
Please, come on.
This
is bullshit.
Oh, and Big T, you would love to hear about this matchup.
I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
Aaron, wouldn't Big T absolutely love to hear about this?
I mean, it surprised me. So he would.
I've done nothing wrong.
No, this is a great tease. It's a great tease. So I don't know when we're going to make the announcement.
Let's give T the tease.
No.
Let's.
I will say we do call ourselves the Trust Tree. So
Yeah, we keep it in house.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Everything that's said in this room stays in this room.
Everything is in house.
Well, everything maybe in this room.
Yeah.
I don't know about that room.
No, this room, both.
No, they're connected.
No, because Big T
They're
does.
connected.
Big T goes, why don't you come in?
And I say this as a compliment to Mad Dog and Mackenzie because you two are very social people. You have a lot of friends, and you love to discuss.
We get a lot of information.
You get a lot of information, but sometimes you have to know when to keep things close to the vest.
If you don't tell me, I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh, you should be because, especially one half of this, you're going to be like,
if when the show ends, you don't tell me, I'm going to be very mad.
I'll ask.
That's pretty insane.
Tell you what, I'll ask Hank when we're going to make the announcement.
I think I know what it is.
How do you know?
I think I saw something.
Well, can
Mad
someone
Dog
who knows text me,
and
please?
Big T doesn't know?
I have no idea.
Yes, that's how it always goes. I don't know anything until they tell me.
So just so you know, this is one of the last macrodosing podcasts I will ever do because in 2032, it looks like we're going to get blown up by an asteroid. So I think we only have, 2,000 shows left. So the clock's on. They keep adjusting the odds of this fucking asteroid, and it keeps going up by every week. It goes up by about 1%.
It's at a no longer statistically insignificant percentage.
Yeah. So is it 3 point? I saw yesterday it was 3.4% maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'd seen it last.
3.4% in 2032.
Damn, I saw 3.1. It's climbing.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up. I did a little bit of research on this asteroid. It's not good. It's the highest that we've ever seen in terms of tracking an asteroid.
The 177-foot diameter asteroid would release 8 megatons of energy on impact, 500 times the energy released by the atomic bomb that destroyed Hiroshima.
It's the highest risk assessment an asteroid has ever received by any asteroid that's been tracked by NASA. So 3.1% chance. How are you feeling? You guys feeling lucky?
I'm not worried about it.
You're not?
Also, the cities that it said it could hit were all most of them were in Africa. There was
God damn.
What?
Well, it's not us, is what Big T
Yeah,
saying.
I'm just saying it's not here.
Fuck that shit.
He asked if I was worried.
That's fucked up, bro.
Also,
I hope it doesn't hit. I feel like that's clear.
Also, they have no idea where it would hit. They're not going to have any idea where it would hit until I don't know, maybe a few weeks, month before.
I would think that, but it seems they've got pretty advanced models. I don't know.
They're saying it's a 3% chance that would even hit at all.
Don't matter. The Earth is flat.
They have no idea where this thing's going to hit. But statistically, chances are that it's not going to hit you.
Right.
And that's the important part. Some other poor bastard's problem. Or it's just a fish problem where it's going to just hit the ocean. And if it does do that, it would probably also cause some other issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tsunamis,
maybe if it hit anywhere on land.
Waves. Yeah,
if it was on land, it would be a lot of dirt and shit kicked up into the atmosphere. Probably not good for the planet. But yeah, 3.1% chance. So let's live the next how many years we got?
7.
Does it say at what point of 2032 it would hit? This is a real bummer for people that have scheduled hotel rooms and stuff for conference versus like out of conference college football games.
I believe UT might be at Washington that year. I was looking forward to going to that game.
Let me see. 2032 college football schedule. College football matchups, because they announce these things so far in advance. Who's LSU playing in 2032?
Oh, we're at Washington in 2030, so we're good.
Oh, LSU Utah.
Where is that one?
It's in Tiger Stadium.
Oh, see, I assume they're doing a return trip. That'll be a sick game.
I don't think that. I don't want to be stereotypical, but if you're from Louisiana, you're not going to have a great time in Utah, right?
It's a very beautiful place.
Yeah, but I mean, that's probably the highest alcohol consumption state per capita against the lowest by far.
But they're in, it's not BYU. Like, there is alcohol.
Yeah, there's less, but yeah, okay.
They're at Utah in 2031.
Point taken. Oh, bummer for Minnesota fans.
They going to Miami or something?
Alabama.
Oh.
Minnesota, Alabama.
What an interesting schedule.
This is what they're trying to take away from you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man, JMU versus Liberty. That's going to be a great matchup.
Battle for Virginia.
Like, whoever wins that, they're probably in the catbird seat of who's going to get that Power 5 or the Group of 5 bid.
That should be a trophy game.
Yeah, it should. We'll figure something out. But yeah, so there's the asteroid that's probably going to hit. By that time, I'm sure we'll figure out a way to like blast it or.
How do we not have that already?
Set up a big trampoline. What do you mean? How do we not have that? Have you seen Armageddon?
No, I have not.
You haven't seen Armageddon?
No.
You gotta see Armageddon. Yeah, I mean, we've got theories on how to do it. Ram into shit, try to change the trajectory a little bit, blow up a nuke.
Yeah, can we just shoot missiles at it?
Probably not a missile, but maybe a nuclear bomb. We detonate a nuke on there, nuke outer space. Or we try to catch the asteroid and then harvest all the metals on it.
It's a shame Trump won't be around for that. He'd love that.
Oh, why? Is something going to happen to him?
Well, he won't be president anymore.
It sounds like Big T.
I don't know. The White House just tweeted out, "Long live the king." Shit, crazy.
Who are they talking about?
One of the Baratheons.
Hurricane, the dog? R.I.P. Hurricane. Hurricane, the dog, passed away. He's 16 years old, I believe. He's a Belgian Malinois. He rescued, he protected Barack Obama against an invader in the White House and sustained injuries. So the dog was medically retired after that point. He was honored with the United States Secret Service Award for Merit. He was issued the Department of Homeland Security Award for Valor, the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals Order of Merit, and the American Medical Center Top Dog Award.
Thank you, Hurricane.
He was also the first dog to receive the Animals in War and Peace Distinguished Service Medal, which earned him a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. Hurricane was also awarded the Secretary's Award for Valor by the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson for its efforts in protecting the Obama family.
I don't appreciate your laughter.
Why the fuck are we giving dogs awards?
Because this dog was a hero.
So in
Is this
February,
the most decorated dog of all time?
Yes, it is the most decorated dog of all. Airbud?
Maybe Reveille.
Reveille is, I guess, kind of, but Reveille.
But no. Now Hurricane clears Reveille by a mile, but at A&M, that dog is.
Yeah, well, Reveille is loaded down with participation trophies.
Yeah,
Reveille is a DEI dog.
Uh-huh.
They gave this dog the rank of it's like a major.
It's the highest ranking member of their like Corps of Cadets.
Yeah, it's a DEI dog. They're like, oh, we don't have any dogs represented at Texas A&M in the Corps of Cadets. Let's make one of them the highest rank. See where it goes. And by the way, A&M hasn't won shit. But this dog Hurricane went on a freedom flight. He was honored by Southwest Airlines on February the 11th. They flew Hurricane back home to Washington, D.C. on its Freedom 1 plane. one last ride for Hurricane, the Belgian Malinois. And they met with him. The Secret Service met with Hurricane. They gave Hurricane a plaque and an American flag. Why are you laughing, Arian?
What the fuck are we doing, bro? This is so goofy.
This dog saved Obama's life.
Hey, you got thumbs. What the fuck is he gonna do to the plaque?
Do you think the dog knew that it was gonna play? I hope they should have covered the plaque in peanut butter. That would have been nice.
That made way more sense.
The dog would have appreciated it.
Yeah,
more than.
tub of peanut butter. Here you go, brother.
Here's a plaque. The dog's like, "Fuck you."
That's what's up, man.
I'm just
hungry though.
Yeah,
I'm sure he lived a great life.
he probably did. Yeah. So, if you're looking to honor Hurricane the dog, the nonprofit Hurricane's Heroes will continue to raise funds to cover the medical expenses of retired canine heroes.
Also, you can buy a shit coin.
Also, you can buy a shit coin, which we'll discuss later with Jack Mack. But Hurricane, for the record, Hurricane was a great dog. All dogs are great dogs, but this one especially. The most decorated dog in United States history.
All dogs are not great dogs.
That's a fact. That Hurricane is the most decorated.
Would you say any dogs are great dogs?
No.
Okay, so then you can't speak on this.
Can.
I mean, they're objectively great dogs.
But compared to other dogs, Hurricane's got to be up there, right?
Yeah, he's probably the most decorated dog of all time.
He literally is the most decorated.
He's a hero.
Yeah. Air Bud, though, like Air Bud.
Objectively great dog.
Multi-sport.
Golden receiver.
Yep.
What was
Boy's
there a
cheeks.
subtitle for the original one?
If Air Bud came out today and Roger Goodell had his mucky paw prints all over it, it would be called like Air Bud Defenseless Retriever. And it would just be Air Bud sustaining a hit across the middle. That looked pretty good to people that watch traditional football, and then Roger Goodell kicking that other dog out of the league for the rest of its life.
They buzz down and say, actually, it was targeting?
Yeah, it was targeting. Today's day and age, Hurricane, who knows what we'd say about him. But, he existed in a time before political correctness, so good job, Hurricane. We appreciate you, buddy.
Bad name, too.
Bad name? The dog,
horrible name.
Don't hold it against the dog. Dogs don't name themselves.
Yeah, touche. They don't.
Nobody does.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Prince.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can, but
I almost said Malcolm X, but that's not true. The prophet. Wait, what was his official name?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
Bestowed upon him that name. Along with Muhammad Ali. And Arian Foster is a coward. He talks shit about me when I'm not around. I'm going to talk a little shit about Arian Foster. Arian, his beloved Lakers just executed the biggest trade maybe in the history of the NBA. He had some takes online. He is, I think, the only Lakers fan that's like, we got hosed. Like Arian
it's
is
insane.
the police guy. I can't believe it.
I had a friend text me and say, Arian saying this is a bad trade for the Lakers is worse than him not believing in God.
Yeah, I thought he was doing a bit at first. I was like, what's going on, Arian? But I guess his point is that Luka doesn't play defense.
Who cares?
Yeah, good point. They made it to the NBA Finals last year.
He's one of the 3 or 4 best basketball players alive. He's 25 years old.
I vote that if the Lakers win a championship with Luka as their primary guy, Arian Foster is not allowed to celebrate it.
100%. Laker T was celebrating the deal. I was trying to get Arian on board.
Yeah, you were trying to talk him into it.
Which is nuts. They got Luka.
Luka is very,
for
very good.
Virtually nothing.
Big T, he's 270 pounds.
Number one, I don't believe that's true. Number two, again, who cares?
Yeah, even if he was 270, I don't care. He still scores 40 a game.
He's a monster.
Yeah. We also have Jersey Jerry in studio today. Appreciate you filling in, Jerry, while I'm in New Orleans. You're a big NBA guy. You love the association.
Massive. Yeah, massive NBA guy.
What does Laker Jerry think about this? Jerry West.
Jerry West. I tell you what, if I'm a Laker fan, I'm thrilled. Just got
Yeah.
I think Big T says 3 or 4. I think he's top 2 player in the NBA.
Who's
and
your
you have
second?
him. My first, you mean?
Yeah.
Jokic.
I would go with him, probably. I'd go with him. He's pretty damn good. I don't know. Luka's what, 25?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a Lakers fan, you have to be through. Anthony Davis is always hurt, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's, I think, about to be 32.
Yeah, he's always hurt.
He's always hurt. Anytime he falls down, he just stays down on the ground.
I just don't know. How do you think LeBron and him play together? You think it's good?
There's just one ball, Jerry.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing.
Can I answer that question?
Yep.
Who cares?
Okay, good point.
LeBron could care, though.
LeBron, I think they'll be great. They have 2 awesome players, but also LeBron's going to be gone in a year or 2.
Yeah, he's finished.
And now you have Luka for the next 10 years.
That's a good point. No, and nobody plays defense.
Yeah,
in the
it doesn't
NBA
matter.
anyway.
None of it matters.
Who really plays defense?
Yeah,
besides Wemby blocking shots.
You just have to have guys that can score more points than the other team when the other team gets open shots.
Yeah.
Just have better scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a team of top 5 scorers in the NBA than top 5 defenders in the NBA any given day.
Yeah, it's a move for the future. And I think LeBron has to be fine with it. There are people saying that LeBron was not aware of this trade until it went through.
That's bullshit. I don't believe
No,
that.
I do believe that.
You think so?
I think the Lakers don't like Clutch, and they were sick of basically being beholden to them. And so when they got you do this trade no matter what, but I think they got rid of Anthony Davis because he's with LeBron's group. And
gotcha.
That's why LeBron wasn't made aware of it.
Gotcha. You think LeBron would? I don't think LeBron would try to put a stop to it. Do you?
No, I think he would have been like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he was trying to protect like a Clutch guy.
Yeah.
I think
who's their big now? Who's their big?
They don't really have one.
Jackson Hayes, is he on the Lakers?
I'm not sure. This is good
When's
for your
the trade
boy,
deadline?
DK. I think it's Thursday. Now
they can probably go. They're probably going to go get a big, right?
They probably will. This is a conspiracy podcast, and I feel like this trade opens itself up to a lot of conspiracy thoughts because of the way that it all went down. So you have one of the best players in the NBA, top 2 in Jerry's book, and you're trading him away at the age of 25, and you don't call around to try to get a good deal for him. You just essentially call the Lakers and say, yeah, we're going to trade him for AD. You would think that for a player of that caliber, you would call everybody and be like, give us your best and final offer. We're comparing offers and make people compete to try to get Luka, try to get a haul for him. If you look at what other teams have gotten for much worse players than Luka, they get way more picks. They get a bunch of stuff. Feels like AD's kind of getting shit on a little bit, despite the fact that he's a pretty good player. AD is a very, very good defender. He's a pretty good player. But he's getting shit on, like, in no way is he even the same atmosphere as Luka Doncic. But why would you get rid of such a good young player without trying to get the best deal possible? What is going on?
Mavs GM getting in front of a microphone and saying, yeah, I only called the Lakers. I asked Rob, do you want like one of the best players on the planet? And he was like, yeah, and we got it done. Like that. I'm not saying this as a joke. Like he seems like he might not be all there mentally. Like something might be wrong with him. He might be going through something.
Yeah, he might be. And then he trotted Jason Kidd out and made Jason Kidd sit next to him.
That was
and be like, this guy didn't even know. Nobody knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And Jason Kidd's really just sitting there with a 1,000-yard stare, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why am I out here being a human shield for this guy? Why am I at this desk while he explains that this could cost both of them their jobs in a couple of years? That I don't know what's going on, but the wheels are turning in my head because the thought I had was if he's doing this trade and essentially, not trying to maximize the value for his awesome young player, either he's been compromised by the Lakers, like the Lakers have some sort of a side deal going with this guy, or he's trying to get a favor from the Lakers at some point, because it makes no sense.
Do you think the NBA was like, listen, LeBron's obviously 40. He's going to be gone in a couple years.
Well, not
the Lakers
dead.
need
40 isn't that old.
Right, but he will be gone from the NBA.
Yeah.
The Lakers need their next superstar. They went from Kobe to LeBron to now they need the next guy. Just give them Luka for whatever. Get Anthony Davis back. And when you get fired for making such an egregious mistake, we'll just write you a check for $10 million and you'll go on your way for taking care of this.
Or you'll have a cushy job in the league office.
Yep. Yeah. Vice president of internal affairs for basketball operations, making $1.2 million a year for the next 20 years.
A completely made up position. He reviews all trades to ensure competitive balance.
Yeah, I actually want to see what this if this guy what his next job is.
Yeah. But now all that said, we might look like idiots. Everybody might look like an idiot if the Mavericks do some work this postseason, because Anthony Davis is he's a very, very good defender. He's a great defender. And they got Kyrie, they got Clay. I don't know if they'll get to the finals like they did last year, but I mean, crazier things have happened. In which case, let me ask you this. How many titles do the Mavericks have to win to justify this trade?
1.
You think just 1?
Yeah.
No, more than the Lakers.
More
like
than
if
Luka
wins 3 with the Lakers in the next 15 years.
But if they win it before the Lakers win it,
I guess. But that's not going to happen.
I mean, probably not. But I would say if they go out and win it within the next 2 years and Lakers haven't won it, I think they won the trade.
Okay, so what about
unless the Lakers win like the next 2 or 3 in a row, you know?
Okay, what if the Browns traded Myles Garrett to the Steelers for TJ Watt?
Yeah.
You guys win the Super Bowl.
I don't really want to talk about this, to be honest.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry. I'm sure you're having a hard time.
You win the Super Bowl. You win the Super Bowl next year.
Okay.
Right? Titletown.
Yeah.
Russie holding the Lombardi. You're riding
love that.
You're riding on the float with Russie in future.
Yeah.
You're holding him up like the Lion King, like Simba. You guys win the Super Bowl, and then the Browns win 3 Super Bowls after that, and TJ Watt gets 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
Then the Browns would have won the trade.
Right. So in this case, if the Mavs win the NBA championship this year, and then the Lakers go on to like have another dynasty with Luka,
I'd go with the Lakers then. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to know who won this trade for like 15 years, probably.
We know who won.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
they got a global generational superstar for Anthony Davis and 1 first-round pick in a year that they're going to be awesome. Here's what I don't understand. So you could have gotten Dalton Connect or whoever else, whatever, fine. How many picks could the Mavericks have demanded before the Lakers said no?
Yeah.
12?
Probably.
Like I don't think there's a number.
First-round picks?
Yes. If they're like, we want your next 8 first-round picks. And there's like,
I think they would have done
all right, fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be really good. Fine, whatever. We don't care.
Right. Draft picks don't mean as much in the NBA because if you have a superstar, if you have a top 5 guy, then that's 1/5 of your roster that is locked down, and you just work on getting free agents to surround your guy with a good supporting cast. Maybe
I really don't
a lucky
think
second rounder at some point.
If they're like, we want your next 8 first-round picks and 5 second-rounders, and they're like, you said Luka, right? All right, yeah, deal.
Yeah.
And he got 1 pick.
1 pick. He got a pick. It's crazy.
I was certain.
Going on. There's something. I'm officially saying there's something going on here. I don't know if they know something about Luka that nobody else knows, and they had to get rid of. They didn't want to have to go through a summer negotiating supermax with him. They didn't want to make that decision. So essentially, the GM of the Mavericks, I think he pretty much said this. We saved ourselves a lot of work that we're going to have to do over the next couple of years negotiating a contract with this guy. So that's good. Let's think about all the paperwork he doesn't have to do. Now I'm getting very woke on this. I think Arian might be a plant. I think he's an industry plant to make it seem like this isn't such an ass kicking by the Lakers that a big Lakers fan like Arian Foster is like, oh fuck, I hate this trade. This is so man, I can't believe that we gave up all that for Luka Doncic. Damn, that's not fair. Think about it.
Yeah, I really can't believe when he was texting, like, he plays no defense, this, that, and I couldn't believe he was serious.
I mean, Luka lost out on a lot of money with this trade, no?
Yeah, so
I think over $100 million.
Yeah, according to Windhorst, he lost out on probably like 50 or 60 million when it comes to just the Supermax. And then also the state income tax that he's going to have to pay playing in California for most of his games as opposed to Texas.
I think it was a total of like 118 million or 117 million, something like that in total.
So he's got to be pissed off too.
Yeah, exactly. I think he got the most fucked out of this situation.
He'll make it up. He's going to be playing for the Lakers as one of the best players in the NBA. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll be okay. I mean, that's still a lot of money though.
But if you're a Mavericks fan, you've like penciled in the next 15 years of your life being filled with great basketball because of Luka.
Exactly, yeah. That's I don't know what I'd do if I was a Mavs fan.
It'd be bad. There's a lot of guys that are very upset. They brought a casket outside the arena.
Yeah, I seen that. That's incredible.
It's nuts. So
the full-on protest out there in Dallas.
They might boycott the games. I think the players boycotted that first game.
Oh, did you see the first half? It was like 91 to like 40.
I live bet Cavs minus 45.5 at halftime just because it was funny. And they were up 46 with 30 seconds left, and some guy I've never heard of for the Mavs made a three with 10 seconds left, and they won by 45. Or they were up 3 more than I needed, whatever, and they won by 1 less.
That's tough. But yeah, tough morning for Mavs fans on Sunday. Feel bad for them. What's the NFL equivalent to this trade?
Like player?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Saw a lot of people say Josh Allen for Matt Stafford.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see that.
Josh Allen also looks a lot like Luka.
Yeah, he does.
Skinny Luka.
He does. I like the Luka coming off the plane with the LA sign. That was cool.
Yeah.
See that? That was nice.
He's going to be fine. He's not going to make that extra $100 million, but I think he'll end up very happy in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Healthier food out there too.
Is there?
Yeah. California, all the libs with their
LA, yeah.
green juices.
You'll get the vegan soy juice and
vegan soy. I never even heard of that.
Vegan they got everything, brother.
They'll skinny you right up. All right. Well, that's the Luka talk. I'm sad that Arian's not here to defend his take, but that's okay. I think we figured out that he's just a plant. So Lakers.
We now know who the biggest Lakers fan is.
Who's that?
It's me. It's Laker T.
Yeah, that's true.
We're contenders now,
now
baby.
They have 2 guys that can't play defense.
Yeah.
2 white boys that can't play D.
He's obsessed with when they drafted Dalton Connect. He's like, oh yeah, he's great, but doesn't play defense. Like he's
about defense so much.
In the league where defense matters the least by a country mile. Arian is obsessed with defense.
Yeah, for somebody that is like very very progressive with a lot of his sports takes, this is one thing where he's like old man.
Yes.
Yeah. Old head Arian.
Old man yells at cloud.
Boomer.
Yes. Big time boomer take by Arian.
I was just this was a pivot from that. Have you acknowledged that the Lakers getting one of the best basketball players in the world is good yet? We talked about this on Monday, so we don't have to go too much into it, but I need to hear you say it.
Listen, the reason why I don't think it's the best for the Lakers is like this. The Lakers are doing it. I know why they're doing it, right? LA needs a superstar. LA will always need a superstar. That's it. LA, Boston, like those are cornerstones in the NBA, and they need superstars to carry them. I think Luka is one of the most talented basketball players in the world. Absolutely. But that style of play, I've never been in favor of, right? And it's not just me. Kobe said the same thing about James Harden. They have very similar games, right? Before Kobe died, he got a lot of flack for this, and he turned out to be absolutely correct. He said, I don't think that he'll ever win a championship like that. And at the time, he was averaging 36 a game. James Harden was averaging 36 a game. And Kobe was on record saying he's what he's doing is unbelievable. He's like, but he's not going to win a championship like that.
Luka's way better than James Harden.
He is not a better scorer than James Harden was. He was averaging 36. Did you hear what I said? 36 a game.
Luka's a better player than James Harden.
I think they're similar players, right? They're very ball dominant. And this is what Kobe was talking about. He's ball dominant. He slows the pace of the game down with his scoring. That's how he plays. And I'm not a fan of that play style. Now, listen, I've already, the Luka fans are gonna come out, well, you don't know, it's CTE, you don't know basketball, blah, 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 blah. Hey, I hope he's the best basketball the world has ever seen. I hope he plays the best basketball ever. Like, I'm a Laker fan. I will absolutely root for Cuz. I just think that style of play is not very conducive to winning championships. And it's not just my opinion. Like I said, Kobe got roasted for it, and it turned out to be true. It's hard to win like that, especially in the playoffs. In the playoffs, the possession slowed down. And in playoffs, you game plan for the offense a little better. Like Kobe said, it's easy to keep in front of you. That's my opinion. That's my basketball opinion. And so I'm not thrilled with it. Like I said, I think he's an amazing player. I'm not a fan of his style of play. It's just that it's that simple. My hope is that he gets to be around LeBron these next two years, maybe however long LeBron got left, and he's going crazy, right? He averaging like 28 right now. I think in the last month. My hope is he gets around LeBron and he sees how LeBron works. The reason why LeBron is able to do what he's doing at age 40 is because of how he takes care of his body and how he prepares. I think there's very few humans in the world that do this, and he's one of them. And if you can get around that and mimic that, then you can extend your career. You can extend your basketball IQ, because LeBron's one of the smartest basketball players that have ever walked this planet. And so that's my hope. And he'll be great for the Lakers for the next decade. We'll see.
I think it's crazy that you're not like over the moon.
I just told you why I wasn't. Why would I be over the moon about somebody who I feel like is just gonna slow the pace of the game down and score a bunch of points, but we're not gonna win? That doesn't make no sense.
I would be shocked if the Lakers are not very good for the majority of the time they have Luka.
I hope that's the case. I'm saying, I hope that's the case.
He took the Mavericks to the finals last year, and they weren't very good outside of him.
Houston was great when James Harden was. You don't understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're gonna be 0-82. Houston was great. They went to the conference finals. They did very well with Harden. I said it's not conducive to winning championships. He's going to win games. He's going to score points. He's going to get you there. This was Kobe's point. I took this talking point directly from Kobe. It's hard to win championships with that style of play. And I think when people when people criticize your superstar, they always make it personal. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about like how you feel about Luka, not you in general, but it's like Luka fans are fucking insane, dog. Like I was drinking a little bit when the trade happened, and I was just expressing my basketball opinion about my favorite team. And these niggas started going at me like, it got like personal, right? And I was like, I wasn't in the mood for it. So I did what I usually do. I said, pull up. You know what I mean? Pull the fuck up. And the next day I rescinded that. But it just gets to the point where it's like, dog, we ain't talking basketball anymore. Like, you think I'm taking personal shots at this man? I don't know this man. I have a basketball opinion. It's like you have a basketball opinion. I guarantee you, everybody that fans-wise anyway, I'll dog every one of y'all at ball.
Just wait until the 2027 NBA Finals when Luka and Dalton Connect combine for 56 a game. It's going to be scenes.
No defense.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing.
Doesn't matter.
You got to admit that. They don't play no D.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It's the NBA. Nobody plays defense.
This is not true. It is not true, though.
It used to be that they would play defense in the playoffs, and now they don't even do that.
That's just not true. I think it's a fun thing to say.
Like, I watched somebody posted, is he Croatian, Luka? What, Serbian? I forget.
Slovenian,
yeah.
One of them jumps up there.
Whatever country he's from, the last guy they had from that country was Sasha Vujacic, so somebody posted a clip of him hitting the free throws to win the 08 or 09 finals. And the game 7 was like 86-84. Like, it used to be radically different. Now the playoff games are 120-116. Like,
you have to.
And part of that's because the scoring has gotten much better, but still.
You have to. That's another part of this why I was so upset. Was like, people are acting like AD is just some regular ad. Though this man's a Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer.
It's a good player.
Who's one of the top defenders in the league at his position, and it'll give you 30 a night.
He's also 32 and gets hurt all the time.
Dog, Luka's hurt when this trade went on. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it was the disregard for AD that blew my mind. Like he's just what do you mean? Now we're in search of a big man. We don't have no presence in the middle. And that's not easy.
They're gonna get one.
Huh?
They're gonna get one. Also, that's very short term.
This was my problem with the trade. It was just people are so horny over Luka that you forget what you lost.
You should be horny for Luka.
I am not. I'm sorry. Like I would love to be proven wrong. If he helps LA win
so you think the Lakers will not win a single championship with Luka?
I think that it is hard. I don't make any declarative statements
because I would bet you a lot of money that they win a championship with him.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you agree with Kobe's point that it's hard to win championships like that?
Yes, ideally, all of your players are outstanding scorers and great defenders, but it doesn't work like that.
No, that wasn't even his point. That wasn't his point. I didn't even bring up defense when I brought up that point. That's just an additional to it. Ball dominant points. It's hard to win like that. It is very hard to win like that. Championships. You're going to win games. You're going to score points. He's going to be first team All-NBA. He's going to be All-Star. None of that is debated. I'm not questioning his talent. I think his style of play, to me, it's hard to win championships like that. It's hard.
Is Steph ball dominant?
Huh? No.
Is Steph ball? He takes a lot of shots.
He can be, but he's not ball dominant. So like he can get a shot off very quickly. Luka, he's a like I don't want to say a set shooter, but like he can't get his shot off as quick. He's probably quicker to pass than Luka. They're nowhere near the case quicker. He's way quicker. It's just two different styles, and not only that, like the pieces that were around Steph were suited to Steph's game. And like I said, that high screen and roll ball dominant point, it's just hard to win in this game. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't like that. I will be happy. I'm not rooting against the Lakers. That's my squad. I'm a Laker fan. I'm just not as, I don't know. Like if you're not like Luka's the best basketball player in the world, like people get mad at you. Like, well, sorry, to me, he's not.
He's probably second. He's probably second.
I don't think so.
I guarantee the Los Angeles Lakers will win at least one NBA championship with Luka on their team. Guarantee it.
I hope you're right.
I guarantee it.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. What do you want me to say?
No, it might be, that might be 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know, but they will do it.
I hope you're right, man. I hope you're correct.
We'll find out.
I hope you're correct. Yeah.
I hope we're still doing this show when it happens.
The show. Even if not, FaceTime me.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
I think.
What?
Damn, you already divorcing me, Big T?
No, I'm trying to, like, if we didn't do this show, how often would you and I talk? I don't know.
We still had a group chat. I like group chats. I talked to dudes that I went to high school with 20 years ago.
I do think it would be like, if for whatever reason, and that's not happening, we stop doing this show. Like, I talk to Arian 6 hours a week. That's more than I talk to damn near anybody.
Yeah, and I don't know that I've ever talked to anybody in this capacity this much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard having a podcast, actually.
Yeah, our lives are really hard.
Well, I mean think about it, dog. Like so this Luka versus this shit, right? I would never publicly proclaim my opinion about this shit, right? But like you ask me on a podcast, and between me and you, I would have this conversation between one of my boys and me. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you know Glasses Malone. He's a rapper.
Yeah,
we talked.
Yeah, we had him on.
Yeah, for sure. So him, and one of my dudes back from San Diego. They hit me on a 3-way call. We was talking about the Luka trade, right? Just like chop it up with the boys, right? But when you on a podcast, like you gotta have opinion about shit, and I'm not that opinionated over a lot of stuff. In all honesty, but it's like having a podcast, like you kind of have to talk. And
You've said this before.
Huh?
You've said this before.
Yeah, and it's still kind of new to me, honestly. Like,
You did tweet about it.
especially this frequently, like keeping up with current events and stuff. I try not to, honestly. Hey, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, dog. Death, dying, disease, hunger, games. everything. Text.
I like to focus on the games.
You got to have a niche. Right? I'm super into golf right now, so, but it's just hard to have your thumb on the pulse of the people, especially when you're a pessimist. Because it all boils down to I don't really give a fuck, man. Oh fuck, man. But I don't think you're there yet. I think you still have hope in this place. I like that.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by this place? Just the world?
Yeah. Or maybe you don't. Right?
I've tried in the last year or so to just care less about a lot of shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I've been actively trying to lessen my my consumption of, you know, a lot of that kind of stuff. So I don't know that I have an opinion one way or the other on the future of things.
How much money is a lot of money? This is turning into one of those viral videos that you see where everyone gets mad at the girls. How much money is a lot of money?
Well, there's a tweet going around from the other day that was
No, it's not actually. It's not going around because X.com,
right.
the Everything app,
was not all happening on X this morning.
not working.
I think you might be getting paid by this dude.
I wish.
You promoting the shit out of it.
I will. Well, the app sucked today.
Yeah, no,
it was the Nothing app today.
I thought it was just because I was on the plane, but yeah.
Yeah, it was down during NFL free agency, maybe the most important day of the year to get live news updates.
Did you have to do like Facebook statuses or something?
I had my friend who is an NFL insider text me her scoops.
Damn.
Because she didn't have anywhere to put them out.
Oh, she was just getting her.
Well, she was putting them out on I think Threads, Blue Sky, and maybe on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, just send them to me so that I can have them. Then I'll put them out on my thread or on my stories, and I'll give you credit.
Right.
But yeah, it's been.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a tough day for that.
None of those hit like Twitter. It's just I don't know what it is.
I know. So Big T, what's the viral post?
I'm 90% sure this woman was trying to get people mad, but she said like women don't care that much about money. I would rather date a guy making $300,000 who like is funny and loves his job and shit more than somebody making $5 million who is a workaholic.
I respect the troll game.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah,
I remember a while ago that there was that conversation about how much you should spend on a date. Mm-hmm. And they were saying like $200 is like the limit.
For minimum
for
or
the
maximum?
lowest?
Minimum.
200 minimum?
Yeah.
That sounds
I've heard higher than that from.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
What about going on a walk?
That's what. No, they were like shitting on those kind of like.
Or like a
dating.
coffee date.
They were saying like you need to spend at least $200 on this date, and it has to be like a good place
because I'm worth it.
That's what they think.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't like the minimums.
200 seems like a lot for a first date.
I agree.
And every 6 months or so, one of those videos goes viral where they ask women how much should a man be making.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't know, $620. Does that sound right?
It sounds good.
Yeah.
It's like 1% of the human population.
She's like, that's what my dad makes.
That I feel like that might have more to do with it. It's like what your dad makes. You see that as being
You just think
the
that's-
lower limit,
Yeah.
right?
I guess depending on what your dad does.
Also, do like people know how much their dad makes?
Right. How would you know that?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you a little bit of that.
You don't know how much your dad makes?
Not even a little bit. No.
Let's call him.
Hey, Dad, can you send me your W-2?
I knew how much my mom made, but that's because it was public, because she was a teacher. So that was pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. It's not my business.
I never inquired actually.
Yeah.
I just knew we was broke, so I wasn't even.
Yeah,
wasn't even.
If you're a dad, you'd probably lie to your kids, right? If they asked you.
No, I would say it's none of your business. That's what I did. My mother. So my mother, God bless her. She when I came out here, 'cause she didn't. she lives in San Antonio, and so I come out here and I said, I'm telling her to go to Chicago, and she goes, "Oh my God, do you have warm clothes?" I'm like, Bernadette, I'm 38 years old. Yes. And it's like 68 here.
Today's the best day it's
That
been
shit
in
feels
6
forever,
months.
right? That shit
It's
feels
a good
amazing.
mom move. So.
Yeah, but
Bring your coat.
When I was in college, she was just trying to be a good mother. I understand, but she asked me. I'm like 19, right? And I'm like dead broke. And I was just venting to her. I was like, man, I'm broke as shit. Like I'm struggling. And she's like, oh, well, how much do you have in your bank account? And I was like, it's none of your business. And she was like, what? I was like, it's none of your business. She was like, oh. She's like all offended, and I'm like, I've cut the umbilical cord. It's time for me to do it on my own. Like I'll figure it out. I was just letting you know I was broke. I don't need nothing from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would she hit you up before games if you're going on a road trip? Be like, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, shit like that.
It's gonna be cold in Chicago.
Yeah. One of my fond memories of my mother is before every game in Little League, she would kiss me on my cheek and leave lipsticks marks on my cheek.
Aw.
Yeah. And so like sometimes in college I would see her in the stands and I would get a little kiss before the game. Yeah.
Love that.
That's cute.
It was
I
really
love
cute.
it.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful here in Chicago. I think is summer here?
Not yet.
You don't think winter's over? It's in the 60s.
We got spring.
Yeah, you skipped the whole
But you
season,
just-
bro.
you can't-
No, spring
You
counts
never
as
know.
summer.
I
You
think
just said
Friday
that.
we're
What?
hitting 70.
Spring does not
Yeah.
count as summer.
Friday's gonna be 70.
I believe so.
You know what that means?
Sundress
season.
my dog. We are back.
We're so back. We're so back. Sundress season.
67.
I mean that in a non-horny way too.
Obviously.
Like sundress season, it's just good. It's like seeing a robin, your first robin of spring.
Some good robins out there.
There's some great robins out there. Robin, some of the breasts are red.
It's bird watching season.
It's bird
baby.
watching season. The tufted titmouse, one of my favorite birds.
I don't know that I have a favorite. I don't know a hawk. Eagles.
Bald eagle?
She said she has no hair.
No, but do you like the bald eagle?
As much as you could love birds, I love a bald eagle. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's big. That's big.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about America?
No, yeah, you said you love bald eagles. That's
I mean,
good.
I just like it flying.
It's a majestic bird.
It's a predator.
Yeah.
BT.
Hell yeah.
You like bald eagle or Canada goose more?
I'd have to Google Canada goose.
Hate geese.
You golf so much, you should not have to Google Canada goose.
Well, if they just look like regular geese, then
That's a golf course
Did
goose.
you go A?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, then I would like eagles more.
Okay.
Yeah, because the geese leave all the shit on the course. I ain't with it.
They're kind of assholes too.
High key.
High key assholes.
High key.
I'm not sure who the highest paid defender is. Could it be Myles Garrett?
Could be.
Yeah.
Or edge rusher, maybe. Highest paid edge rusher.
For the
Nick
record,
Bosa.
I want. He's a Steeler.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got incredible legs. Have you ever seen his legs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
During
They're
the
so thick.
during the playoffs last year.
Are you gonna be able to see Saquon or no?
Maybe we're working. on it.
Okay, so I need you to do me a favor. If you see him, don't even as soon as you make eye contact with him, just go right to his thighs, and you're gonna be blown away.
Okay.
He has the biggest thighs I've ever seen on a
Pause.
person in my life.
You like what you see in the lower half,
Oh,
JJ?
dude, it's actually shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it when I went to actually his birthday party, and I just looked at his legs and I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
How are you getting invites to Saquon's birthday?
I'm friends with his manager.
Nice.
Yeah, so like his legs are nuts, Eric.
Yeah.
JJ just sitting in the corner staring at Saquon's thighs.
You can't help it.
No,
It's got
I
tree
can't.
trunks.
No, and whose ass were we talking about? Remember that? The body. CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
He's got the fattest ass in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. Yes. You ever seen his ass?
No.
Wait. Just wait. Next time he's in pads.
Okay.
Yeah, JJ notices these things. He does.
Yeah.
The Bosas, the CJ Strouds, the Saquons, they've got.
Yeah. If I was a GM, I'd look at ass. I'd look at thighs, calves, and ankles. I'd look at all that.
Who's got the best ass in this draft class this year?
I'll tell you what. Probably Genty.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a thumper.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a thumper.
Jerry, at some point, as you're doing draft prep, which I know that you're really into.
Yeah, so into yeah.
Yeah, I need a big board of the biggest asses, the best
All right.
asses.
Yeah, I think
I
we
could do that.
we need a first round mock, but just by ass.
Ass?
The
Okay.
top 32.
I could do that. I could
All
do
ass
that.
team. Wait, this guy's got a thumper. This guy's got.
Next time I come out, you have to have me on before the draft starts. We'll do like a portion of the show, which is top 32 asses.
Top 32 asses, first round ass, and they don't have to be great players. Just these are the best asses in the draft.
Yeah, we could do that.
I like that. I mean, you're not wrong because Kirby Smart said that. I think it was Kirby that said Bill Belichick taught him always look at their asses. Yeah. That's how Belichick would draft, especially defensive players.
Yeah, you got it.
That's where all the power comes from.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the NFL kind of some crazy news, but the NBA loves to try to take over Super Bowl week with storylines, and I think they did it. They did it yesterday. But to your point about Saquon, do you think that Saquon is going to be more motivated to play well in the Super Bowl because Bitcoin went way, way down, and he takes like all of his endorsement money in Bitcoin?
It's down right now, right?
Yeah, it was down this morning. I don't know what it's at right now, but it was
like 12% after Kramer said buy all the Bitcoin.
Yeah,
he's on a crazy cold streak.
Let's see what Bitcoin is right now.
Is he really taking pretty much all of his endorsements in Bitcoin?
He said something like that a couple years ago. That
I remember that. No, I remember that. Yeah.
So I didn't follow up on it. I don't know. I don't know how that's gone. Oh, looks like Bitcoin's up 3% today.